number 10, Martha Godinez. A freshman center, number 24, Nevaeh Lockett. Swell, Isaac Salazar, and head coach, Isaac Castro. And now direct your attention to the video board. And now the starting lineup for your Bakersfield College Renegades. A freshman guard, number 1, Danica Tolentino. A freshman guard, number 3, Jamie Niederbaumer. A freshman guard, number 4, Leilene Eva. A freshman forward, number 5, Alexia Ramirez. And a sophomore forward, number 14, Diamond Brownlee. Assistant coaches for the Renegades, Kel Dean, Angie Krager, Ernie Contreras, Emery Ozural, and your head coach, Grant Bingham.
Bingham. Grant Bingham, the head coach of the Lady Renegades, is introduced after the starting 5 for your Lady Renegades. Welcome, everybody, to the Renegade Athletic Center. My name is Rob Chavez. I'm normally with you for Saturday Night Football, but today I'm called into reserve duty alongside Julian Wilson. Nice space up here. Nice little perch.
Yeah,
first time calling a game here, but I know it's a little tight, a little cozy.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you real quick, how do you like it? Now you got to say something good.
Oh yeah, no, I like the fact that, hey, look at my vantage point right here as we get the tip off. Renegades control it, bring it up the baseline. They're going to look right back outside to Ramirez. Ramirez pops it out. First 3 is good. And that's Jamie Niederbaumer out of Tehachapi, shooting guard, 5'7". So they get off to a fast start. Lady Gades, 6-1's talking about a fast start so far this year as the ball is stripped away by number 14, Diamond Brownlee. Brownlee returning from last year. We got another 3-point attempt, no good. Rebound tipped, and it is going to be out of bounds. Team rebound for the Lady Gades. So they're going to have it at the baseline. Starting point guard, Danica Tolentino out of Ontario Christian High School. He's going to inbound it. Gets it over to Niederbaumer. Back over to Tolentino. Now swings it over to Ramirez. Now trying to get it inside, but a high pass is going to be deflected back into the hands of Aranova, but a rebound by Ramirez puts it in, and good. And I'll tell you what, no, they didn't waste a whole lot of time over at Porterville. Coach Castro decides we're going to call a timeout here with about 9:05. We're going back to this perch here, like we said. Again, one thing I can tell you, it's not freezing.
Right.
Over at the Gil Bishop, up on the second deck, we were cold, man.
Right. That was a really open, wide space, but it's an older gym. But,
right.
It has its nostalgia that we appreciated.
Oh, yeah. Again, growing up here, before they had the big gym over at East High, and before they had one at Shafter, before they had one at even Centennial, Liberty, all these different schools, when you had a big game, a big high school game, you go over to Gil Bishop, and that's where everybody would go.
Yep.
All right, so Pirates had the ball down 5. They're working the perimeter game. Now gets in the hands of Garza. Garza working against Aranova. And it's going to go out of bounds off the knee of Garza. So the Renegades are going to have an opportunity to put some more on the board and keep the Pirates off with 8:44 remaining in the first quarter. First time I'm getting a chance to see Tolentino. He got pretty good handles out there. Now on top to Brownlee. Brownlee back over to Tolentino to Niedenbaumer, excuse me. Misdirected pass was handled by Tolentino, who swings it over to Brownlee, and her shot is no good. Rebound to the Pirates. Pirates quickly get it back up court, trying to see if they can get into that transition defense of the Renegades. And now we've got to travel inside. You know, we go over to the high school games. I know you go to more of those high school games for the current high school district. When they do something like that, the crowd goes, "You can't do that."
Right.
Renegades have it. Setting up their half-court offense here. Ramirez drives, gets inside, but we do have a personal foul on the ground. It's going to be the first team foul for the Pirates. It's going to be out of bounds. Tolentino gets it in to Niederbaumer. Swings it back out to Tolentino. Good defense actually so far for Porterville, but now they give up a lane inside. Wide open shot, no good. Rebound to Porterville. It's Jennifer Gonzalez that got that rebound, wearing the hardware on her right knee. Garza gets it out to number 10, Godinez. Godinez working against Niederbaumer. I'm going to stumble on that a little bit tonight until I get it down, Julian. Dribble drive, step back, no good, out of bounds. Team rebound to the Renegades, 7:22 remaining. 5-0, Lady Gades looking to go 7-1 on the season. This is about as hot of a start as we've seen from the Lady Renegades so far in the past 4 years that I've been doing some games up here.
Yeah, this is really a different Renegade team, and thanks to the new coaching staff, like you said, for the men and the women.
Right, yeah, this is Graham Bingham's second year here, but, you know, you want to be able to get your own recruits. As Ramirez drives in, and her shot is no good, doesn't even draw iron. It was rebounded by Nevaeh Lockett. Now the Pirates get it right back up to half court. Man-to-man defense here so far for the Renegades, and now they finally get it inside to Lockett. Lockett working against Ramirez, and Ramirez is going to foul her on the way up. So Lockett's going to be able to go to the free throw line and try to get these Pirates on the board with 6:39 remaining.
Bakersfield College, number 5, Alexia Ramirez, first personal, first team.
Lockett makes that first free throw. She is the leading scorer for the Pirates, averaging 16.5 points per game. And she misses the second one, so 5-1. Lady Gades up. Niederbaumer swings it over to Aranova. No good. And the rebound is going to be collected by the Pirates. So far, 1 of 3 from downtown for the Lady Gades. Gonzalez swings it back over to Garza. Garza working against Tolentino. He's got a little bit of a size advantage on her. They're trying to get it into Lockett. Speaking of size advantage, and that pass goes over Lockett's head. Niederbaumer gets it up to Brownlee. Brownlee's going to drive, and her shot was going to be blocked, but the rebound, Ramirez, and who puts it right back in. Number 32, Alina Garola got the block, but Brownlee was able to clean that. Ramirez was able to clean that up. And now we've got a ball out of bounds. It was in the hands of Godinez, who was out of bounds when she touched it. So Renegades up 7-1, 5:47 remaining in this first period.
You know, Robin, we'll see how long Porterville can go. They look like they've only brought 7 women with them from this tonight, so we'll see.
Right, yeah, not too much bench help over there. I said at first that there was 6. You said 7, so 6 or 7. We're not going to do the whole 6-7 thing here tonight, though. Ramirez puts it up and in. 9-1, Lady Gades. So, not too sure. There was a whistle out there. stoppage of play there for the
Martha Godin.
from the referee that was down on the baseline. Basket counted. Now they get it over to Garza. Garza swings it out on top. Oh, excuse me, corner three attempt, no good, but then they give it right back to Lockett, and she puts it right back in. 9-3 Lady Gades. Niederbaumer was not able to haul that pass in from Tolentino. It was a little hot coming out of Tolentino's hand. Looks like about 85 feet of defense here from Tolentino. Now we got a trap, and it's going to – she tried to get it off of Niederbaumer's leg. Niederbaumer's just going to go right up and score it. 11-3. Good heady play right there by Niederbaumer. Tolentino continues to play that press. Tries to trap. Garza gets out of it. She passes it high in the direction of Lockett, but it was a little too high for the center. So ball out of bounds. Renegades will have it. Just about 4.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Tolentino gets it over to Aranova. Aranova out of Frontier High School. Now they get into Ramirez. Ramirez inside. And the shot, no good. Shot blocked. And now Brownlee has it. And we've got a travel before she's able to pass it out. So Aranova had a whole lot of trouble there trying to get a shot up. And now we've got our first substitution for the Lady Gades. Looks like we've got number 6, Mia Samaniego, coming in for Aranova. Samaniego out of McFarland High. Usually when you think of McFarland, you think of long distance running.
Right. That's where we had that fantastic movie that was made a while back.
Yeah, Disney brought a little bit of cash in the direction of the town about 25, 30 minutes north of Bakersfield. Now we got a shot from Samaniego, and it is no good off the front of the rim. So now 1 of 4 for the Renegades from deep. They hit their first 3 of the game, and I think they thought, okay, well, maybe let's get some more shots up. Nonetheless, about 3.5 minutes to play in the first. Garza works the baseline, puts a shot up off the backboard, and it's good. 11-5, Lady Gades. The Gades quickly get it up the court. Tolentino with a crossover, but her shot is blocked. Credit that to Godinez. Tell you what, that was almost like the old Phoenix Suns try to get it up the court, get a shot up off about 7 seconds. Or even go back to those old LMU days. So now a shot goes off the side of the backboard. It's a shot clock violation, but the Renegades got that rebound, so Samaniego is going to quickly bring it up court. She kicks it outside to Tolentino, who gets behind. She gets behind the line, but in order to get behind the line, she had to take about 3 steps to do that. Aranova's coming back in, but she's going to check out Alexia Ramirez. Ramirez averaging about 10.5 points and a block every game. Also got about 3 assists per game, too. Now we got a trap, similar to what we had a little earlier, and she finally gets it out of there. She gets it over to Godinez, and Godinez's shot is off the mark, no good, but a rebound for the Pirates. And now we got a 3-point attempt. Does not draw iron. Rebound to the Lady Gades. Gets quickly up to Samaniego. Samaniego goes down hard, but no foul called. Rebound to the Pirates, and they're going to bring it back up.
You know, and the Pirates aren't really stifling the Renegades with their defense. The Renegades may need to slow down just a little bit.
Just a little bit of a frenetic pace.
Right.
Now I get the ball back over to Garza. Garza steps back, shoots a 3, no good. Rebound Samaniego. She pushes it up the court to Tolentino, who gets it over to Aranova. Aranova dumps it off to Brownlee. Brownlee puts it up and in. 13-5 Renegades.
And that's what happens when you make the extra pass.
Exactly. And you keep on moving. And now we've got a steal by Niederbaumer. Niederbaumer's going to put it up with the left hand, and good. Out of Tehachapi High. It's kind of cold up there right now. It was cold walking in here. It's usually about 10 to 15 degrees colder up there in Tehachapi. Now we got another trap. She steps back. I thought that was maybe a backcourt violation, and it was.
It was, yep.
So the Renegades playing some stiff defense out here. We're going to get Brownlee coming out of the game. Checking into the game, Carly Hayes, another Tehachapi Warrior, checking in for Grant Bingham's team. And now we've got Garola coming out. Nevaeh Lockett checking back in the game. Lockett only had about 30 seconds of game time that she got to sit on the bench. Just like you said, not a deep bench. Now we've got a shot from Aranova, wide open, and maybe somebody left the door open. That ball drew nothing but air. So now we get it left corner. Dribbles it around. Now they get it over to number 5 for Porterville. That's Pearl Bravo. Now they get it into Lockett. Lockett working inside, and she gets it in. Worked her way past Hayes to get that easy bucket. So 40 seconds remaining in the first. 15-7 Lady Gades. Now they get to Aranova. Swings it over to Samaniego. Baseline shot, no good. Rebound to the Pirates. Close to a foul right there. Garza's going to have it. About a second in between the shot clock and the game clock. So I think they're going to try to work for this final shot. Garza looks up, trying to set up a half-court offensive play right here. They get it to Lockett. Lockett now swings it over to Bravo. Bravo working against Tolentino. Now they swing it over to Garza. Garza's going to try to drive. Gets inside the baseline, makes that extra pass, but blows the layup. Lockett, guarantee you, if she has that another 9 times, she's making it another 9 times.
That's right.
Very high percentage shot that she missed. But after the first period, we got 15-7. Lady Gades up over the Porterville Pirates. We're going to come right back after a quick break. That is right. We are live streaming right here on YouTube, Bakersfield College Athletics page. And now we've got some new Lady Gades checking in, and one of them is a section champion, Nevaeh Matthews, 2-sport athlete here, Julian, at BC. You don't see a whole lot of those.
Right.
As Porterville's able to work a shot, Garza gets it up and in. Matthews is out there wearing number 9. They get the ball to Aranova. Now to Ramirez. Ramirez is going to swing it over to Matthews. Matthews working against a much bigger Lockett. Now back over to Aranova. Ramirez is going to have, she could have had an easy 3, but she decides scoot up about 5 feet, get another shot, but it is off the mark. Porterville has it, brings it up past half court. Now Gonzalez working against Aranova. Garza seems to be the one in control for this Porterville team, as now she gets it Over to Garola. Garola is going to get it out of her hands quickly over to Godinez. Now it's back to Garza. Working against Tolentino. Her step back three, no good. Rebound to Ramirez. Gets it over to Tolentino. Tolentino's going to work it up court really quick. He's had a shot attempt, and Garola was able to swat it out of the air. The 6-foot center out of Granite Hills High. Didn't even need to get really up off the ground for that.
She just raised her hand. Raise your hand.
Well, when you've got 9 inches on the other player, that's one way of doing it, is to get the ball in quickly. And a shot attempt off the inbounds pass is off the mark. Rebound for Ramirez, and her shot was blocked from behind. So Pirates are going to be able to bring it back up. Down 6 is about as close as they've had it since the opening 3 minutes. Now they get into Lockett. Lockett working against Hayes. Hayes, good defense and the rebound. Now she gets it over to Tolentino. They're doing a good job of trying to bottle up Lockett. Lockett so far with only 5 points. Now a shot attempt by Hayes, no good. Rebound of the Pirates. They're pushing it up court. And not necessarily the smartest passes. She was going to run right into a double team there.
Number 3, Jamie Niederbaumer.
Niederbaumer coming in, getting Ramirez off the court.
Now, one thing the Renegades cannot do right now is go through a dry spell after that great start that they had in the first quarter.
Yeah, counting the 2 minutes that's gone by in this quarter, they've probably gone about 3.5 minutes without a point so far. Now they get it over to Aranova. Aranova thought about the three. Now she swings it over to Matthews. Matthews' 3 attempt, no good. Rebound to Hayes, but Hayes tips it right over to Garza. Garza's going to work it up court pretty quick against Tolentino. Now you've got a little bit of zone defense happening, and now they get it into Lockett. Lockett's fouled on her way up by Hayes, so she's going to go to the line for 2. Yeah, we're working on about 4 minutes without any points here for the Renegades.
2020, Carly Hayes, first personal, second team foul.
You know, they have to say, with the record that the Renegades have now, they haven't had that happen with them all season, where they've had these dry runs.
Spells. Yeah, now you can tell by the scores, they're doing a pretty good job of separating themselves from their opponents. As we got the first free throw attempt good for Lockett. And her next shot, no good. So rebound quickly to Niederbaumer, who gets it up court, swings it over to Aranova, surveys inside and kicks it right back out to Tolentino, who gets it over to Niederbaumer. Pirates, again, playing man defense. Pass broken up. Brownlee's able to get the ball back. Now she gets it back up top. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Brownlee tries to drive inside. She gets cut off by Garza, and Garza strips it away from her. Thought maybe she had a double dribble right there, too, but they didn't see it. So now Pirates have it up court. Swing it over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez is going to try the baseline, gets cut off. Now in a Lockett. The ball out of bounds, stays with the Pirates as it goes off of Aranova. You got to be real careful, coming off on help defense and leaving Lockett wide open. Again, she averages 17 points a game. Now we got a 30-second timeout for BC. Got the boys coming up. I see Moore Park hanging out in the wings over there. They're going to be playing at 7 o'clock. Men's team 4-3.
Right.
Off to a pretty good start as well. Losing some close games.
Yeah, a great start. That team is doing amazing. And like I said, this is the time where you want to have the hiccups that they're kind of experiencing right now.
Right before conference play.
Right. You want to have it right now.
Got another tournament coming up as well, too, towards the end of the month.
Yeah, so they don't need to panic. They're in a good place, good position.
That's right. So Pirates going to inbound it from under their own basket. Get it into Garza. Garza working against Tolentino. Gets double teamed shortly now. Gets it over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez working against Aranova, and she blocks the shot. But we got a jump ball on that shot, and it goes in the direction of the Renegades. So now we've got number 8, Fimbres, coming in for Matthews. We're starting to get to that point where we're hearing a lot of pop stars that peaked around 20, 25 years ago, and girls named after them.
Right.
Beyonce Fimbres.
You know, it's that life cycle. It's what it is. It's that life cycle.
It's like he had a lot of Dianas, you know, that was born in the 70s. Carly's.
Right.
You know. Didn't see too many Shakas, though.
I still only heard of one.
Exactly, and that's all you need. One, the Shaka Khan. To get the ball inside, broken up by Brownlee. They were trying to get it into Lockett again. Now, Niederbaumer, little stutter step, gets it inside, off the bank, no good. Rebound to the Pirates. We got a loose ball foul. And that goes against Fimbres, looks like. Actually, no, it's going to go against Niederbaumer. So Niederbaumer, that's her first personal. Been a pretty clean game. They've only whistled about 4 fouls altogether. We've only had one lady here tonight shoot free throws, and that's Lockett. Ball goes off the foot inadvertently, goes right back over to Gonzalez. Now a three-point attempt for Porterville, no good. Rebound, Renegades. Brownlee goes high to go get that. Kicks it out to Niederbaumer. She stops, takes a look, gets it inside to Brownlee. Brownlee was double-teamed, gets it over to Fimbres, but Fimbres got stripped away as she was going up, left that ball exposed, and now you've got Garza working against Tolentino, gets it over the top of the key to Lockett, kicks it back out to Bravo. Bravo puts it up, no good. Rebound again to Brownlee. Now Niederbaumer swings it across court to Tolentino, gets it over to Aranova, no good. Rebound Aranova. She looks up. Tolentino was right there. She puts a shot up, no good, but there was a foul on the shot. Goes against number 5, Pearl Bravo. I'll tell you what, they got some nice hardware on those knees, though.
Right.
Bravo with that bright orange knee brace. You see Gonzalez out there, number 23 as well, too. Now you get first free throw attempts for the Renegades tonight. Tolentino's good on the first one. Score now 16-10. First point of the quarter for the Renegades. Took them about 5 minutes and 5 seconds to get that, and they put in 2.
And that's a long time in any game.
Right. They're just lucky they got to a fast start. Now we got a foul up along the sideline there on Alexia Ramirez.
Fouls out number 5.
So it was
number 5, Alexia Ramirez.
Ramirez's second personal foul, so she's got to be pretty careful here.
Right.
She doesn't get into foul trouble. 4:48 remaining. Garza trying to inbound it. She's going to have trouble inbounding it. Finally gets it back to Jade Bravo. And we've got a jump ball, but this time it's going to stay in the direction of the Pirates. Good defense back there by the 2 guards, Samaniego and Tolentino. Garza tries to inbound it. She's going to run out of time. If she doesn't, she gets it into Garola. Garola travels, walks with the ball. You know, maybe in the NBA, she had probably 2 more steps that she could have taken before they called that. I seen one the other night, and I could not believe it.
I probably saw the same one.
Yeah, it was 1 step, and the guy actually got to the rim from the three-point line in 1 step.
Yeah.
So Renegades throw the ball away. And the Pirates, I mean, they've had their opportunity to stay in this game just because Renegades have been really cold as of late. Garza puts it up, no good. And it's shots like that, really low percentage shots for the Pirates that have kept them behind at least 5 points pretty much the entirety of the game. But again, another turnover for the Renegades. And so here come the Pirates. And you got to think that at least the one thing that the Renegades have an advantage of, they got more ladies on the bench. These Pirates are probably out of gas already, only traveled 7. Now to Garola. Garola at the top of the key. Tries to get it back inside, but it was broken up by Samaniego. Samaniego is going to get it up court to Ramirez. Ramirez fumbles the ball away. Garza steals it. And now we've got a timeout for Porterville. Probably smart because his ladies were, they were gassed.
They are gassed, yeah. And it looks like the Renegades, again, like I said, they've had an amazing season thus far with their record. I don't believe that they're in their game flow right now. They're just not in their game flow. And sometimes when you play a team like Porterville that's had some struggles, it's hard to get into your game because you're going against them.
Yeah, I mean, again, we've all played this. We've all played some sort of sport. You go into some of these games and you end up getting trapped. You know, we were just talking about your Bulldogs.
Right.
They brought in the Aggies. Utah State had been on the slide. They hadn't even covered a spread in the last 3 games before that, and Bulldogs were up by 10.
Right.
Early.
And
it seemed like they had that cushion up until about the middle of the third quarter, and all of a sudden, Utah State decided to put the foot on the gas.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. Again, probably takes Fresno State out of that Mountain West championship game.
Right. But, of course, next year they'll be Pac-12, and I don't know what that's going to look like.
I think it's going to look nice. In fact, now that you're hearing that UCLA might be moving out of the Rose Bowl, and that means that there's going to be teams that could be possibly playing at SoFi. You could get, the Pac-12 championship over there. Not that UCLA's in the Pac-12, but there are rumors that UCLA might want to go back.
I think
they need to.
I think they need to.
Yeah, they try to jump on that same train with USC. There's a difference. USC is private universities. We got a shot up and a foul on the shot. Beyonce Fimbres from the baseline had her hand hit.
Godinez shooting 2 for the Renegades. Number 8, Beyonce Fimbres.
Godinez got the foul on that last play. Little Nelly bounce right there. So we got another new Renegade in the game, number 10. I like this first name. Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful Vasquez. Second free throw, no good. There's a little bit of a scrum for that loose ball right there, picked up by Lockett. Now the Pirates are going to try to get it up court. Renegades are pressing. Now we get shot up, no good for the Pirates. Rebound to Tolentino. Tolentino looks up, skip pass to Aranova, and it is good. 20-10, Renegades. 2:40 remaining in the second quarter. I think the Renegades are really trying to press Porterville to try to get them gassed even more. It's a 3-point attempt, no good for Gonzalez. Rebounded the Renegades, who get it up court pretty quick. Vasquez inside to Ramirez, who calls for it. Left hand layup, good. Fantastic two-lady game right there. Aranova to Ramirez, and now we got a pass stolen. Fimbres gets it up and in. Fimbres gets her third point of the game today, and we got a timeout for Porterville once again. 2 minutes exactly. And Renegades are on a 9-0 run. Just as we were saying, they were going through the scoring drought.
Right.
They rattle off 9 points, and they're really putting their foot on the.
And definitely with the way they've been playing this season, that's the game they've been playing right there. And I guess they just had a difficult time at the beginning of the game finding that rhythm.
Yeah, one of the things that you're seeing is high percentage shots. You get the ball under the rim, that's where you're going to want to take your shots.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes it's a curse in disguise when your first shot attempt is a 3 and it's good, nothing but net.
Yes.
And then you think, okay, heat check. Let's keep it going. Porterville gets the ball in.
That was a good timeout call for Porterville.
Absolutely. We're able to break the press, and now Garza gets the ball moving. Gonzalez working against Vasquez. Gets it over to Bravo. Bravo almost took another step. Now she gets it over to Garza. Garza working against Fimbres. Tries to get down the sideline. She does. Pops it over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez's shot, no good. Beats the shot clock, but the rebound is going to be to Ramirez. And Tolentino, I'll tell you what, she must have been watching tape of the last couple of years of Lady Renegades basketball, knowing that starting point guards get it up the court fast.
Yes, they do.
Substitution, Bakersfield College, number 3, Jamie Niederbaumer.
Niederbaumer coming in, getting Tolentino out of the game. Yeah, Tolentino looks like she could run for days and days. Good for her. She can run for me. Niederbaumer's going to be inbounding the ball. Gets it over to Vasquez. Vasquez gets it back to Niederbaumer, who swings it over to Aranova. Aranova gets it into the paint, but she's going to get fouled on the way up. With 1 minute and 8 seconds remaining. Ball, the foul was on Nevaeh Lockett. That's Lockett's first personal. It's good news for the center for the Pirates. His first free throw is up and good. Aranova, second free throw attempt, no good. But the rebound was tipped out. Niederbaumer, 4-3, no good. Long rebound to the Pirates. Pirates only have about 55 seconds to put something together here. Probably enough for 2 possessions if they work this shot clock down the right way. And they try to, and they do. Lockett puts it up, no good. Rebound, Aranova. Aranova gets it to Ramirez, who gets inside the paint, puts it off the glass, and it's good. 33 seconds remaining in the second quarter. About a 3-second difference, and now this pass is stolen by Fimbres and puts it in 29-10. Renegades on a 14-0 run to end this second quarter. Ball goes out of bounds in the direction of the Renegades. Garza, before she was able to throw it off of Fimbres, stepped out of bounds. And now you're really starting to see the fatigue set in for the Pirates. 11 seconds remaining. Renegades trying to get one last shot up. Swings it over to Niederbaumer. Niederbaumer swings it over to Aranova. Aranova's going to have to put it up. She does. Off the backboard, no good. And that'll end the second quarter. Renegades up 29-10 as they end this second quarter on a 14-0 run. Good first half, Julian.
Great first half.
Good to be back on the mic. We're going to take a timeout. We're going to get back to second half action of Lady Renegades basketball right here on Bakersfield College Athletics on YouTube.
The following is a presentation of Bakersfield College Athletics.
That's me.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm glad that the fans are going to be able to come to these games free of charge for the season. Plenty of opportunity to give our Renegades support.
Absolutely. So the Renegades against LA Mission College, and that's going to be an over the back right there by Victoria Eufrasio. Eufrasio will get her first foul.
And I don't know if we have the soccer team or the softball team for Bakersfield College, but they're going to be cheering all night, looks like.
Yeah, we get a lot of extra teams that show up and support their fellow student athletes here at Bakersfield College and come to these games and root them on. So really looking forward to a fun night here. And a three-pointer just thrown up like it was nothing by Jamie Niederbaumer. Niederbaumer out of Tehachapi High School. And a lot of local talent on this Bakersfield College squad. One player Two players from out of the area, one from Pleasanton, Texas. That's Diamond Brownlee. She was actually on the squad last year. She's a sophomore this year. And then also from Ontario, California, Danica Tolentino. Tolentino, one of the leading scorers on this squad for the Renegades.
My name is Nevaeh Matthews. I'm a guard for the BC women's basketball team.
Hi, my name is Beautiful Vasquez. I'm also a guard for BC's women's basketball team.
We're your hosts for this week's Renegades recap for the week of November 9th.
On November 9th and 10th, Ivana Escobar led the way for BC over the two-day Southern California Regionals at the Olivas Links Golf Course in Ventura, California. Her finish in the SoCal Regional qualifies her for the 3C2A State Championships. Good luck to Ivana in the State Championships. On Tuesday, November 11th, the soccer teams traveled to play with their opponents that day. The women's soccer team went over to West LA College for the final game of the regular season, ending in a tie 1-1. The men's soccer team traveled to play Glendale, where they would get the win 3-2.
Back at home on Tuesday, the men's basketball team played Porterville, where they would get a commanding win 75-57. Men's basketball would travel to play Santa Barbara City on Friday, November 14th. It was a close game, but BC would lose 79-81. Back at home on Friday, the men's soccer team played their final game of the regular season against Antelope Valley. BC would get the win 1-0 and would be crowned 2025 Western State Conference champions. BC would be co-champions with Santa Monica as they finished with the same conference record. Congrats to the BC men's soccer team.
Then on Friday night, the women's volleyball team played their final game of the 2025 season against Westfield College. BC would lose 1-3. On Saturday, the BC women's basketball team traveled to play against Wrigley College. It was a close battle until the final minute. Unfortunately, BC would lose to 62-65.
BC men's wrestling hosted the Southeast Conference tournament inside the RAC on Saturday. BC finished second overall in the tournament. Luis Acosta Tackett won in the 141-pound division, and Jonathan Garcia won in the 285-pound class with teammate Seth Siebert finishing second. Brandon Coe finished second in the 149-pound class. Camden Williams finished third in the 157-pound class. Abraham Gonzalez finished second in the 165-pound class, and Elijah Guzman finished third in the 174-pound class. For more news and information on BC Athletics, visit GoGades.com. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram account at the handle GoGatesGo. And don't forget to subscribe to the BC Athletics YouTube channel. My name is Nevaeh Matthews.
And my name is Beautiful Vasquez.
Thank you for watching this week's Renegade Recap. Bye.
Hello Renegades, Geo General out here to host this week's Renegade Recap for the week of November 16. On November 16, Ivana Escobar represented BC in the 3C2A State Championships for women's golf in Solvang, California. Ivana's Day 1 result places her in 35th in the state. Congratulations to Ivana Escobar and the rest of our women's golf team. On Tuesday, the women's basketball team played at the RAC against Santa Barbara City College, where they would take a 56-49 win. On Wednesday, the BC soccer teams played their first round playoff matches at home. The men's soccer team started the day against Glendale. BC would fall in the end 4-5. Congratulations to the men's soccer team on a great season. Then the women's soccer team played after them. They played against San Diego Miramar. The lone goal scored by BC's Alexandra Gallardo would advance BC to the next round in the playoffs. BC men's basketball traveled to Porterville College to play in the Miltstowe Classic on Friday. The first game of this event was against Lamar College, where they would get a dominant win, 91-68. Day 2 of the Miltstowe Classic on Saturday, the men's basketball team played College of the Sequoias. BC lost 50-80. The women's basketball team traveled to play LA Trade Tech. BC took the win 53-51. BC men's wrestling were also down south at East LA College for the ELAC Brawl. Some notable placers include Kip Tyler finishing second in the 184-pound class, Moises Moreno finishing third in the 174-pound class, the BC cross-country teams and their season at the 3C2A State Championships held at Woodward Park in Fresno, California. The women's team finished 21st and the men's team finished 20th. Congratulations to our cross-country teams this season. BC women's soccer traveled to face Santiago Canyon College. It was another close match but BC would lose 0-1. Congratulations to the women's soccer team on a historic season. For news and information across all of BC athletics, visit GoGage.com. And don't forget to follow us on our Instagram. Be sure to subscribe to the BC Athletics YouTube channel. On behalf of BC Athletics, we would like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, and we are thankful for your support of our student athletes, coaches, and staff throughout the years. Thank you for watching this episode of the Renegade Recap. Until next time.
The following is a presentation of Bakersfield College Athletics.
Niederbaumer once again with the three, and she's got two of them already to start the game. And the Renegades up to a quick 8 points.
And, Tom, I was trying to hold this, but I'll let it out now. I got to the gym early today, and when I got to him, there was someone on the floor shooting. It was Niederbaumer before anyone was in here.
And I've watched Niederbaumer play from Tehachapi High School, and she can shoot really well. So we're going to see a display tonight. So far, she's got 8 points in the game. Ramirez driving to her left, up off the glass, scores, draws the foul. And wow, so far, Jamie Niederbaumer is 3 for 3 from the field, 2 for 2 from three-point land. She's got 8 points. Alexa Ramirez with 2 for a chance to make it a three-point play, and does. 5:54 left to go in the first quarter. We don't have a 32 on our roster. We'll have to figure out who that is at some point. And I was mistaken. That was 42. And Niederbaumer raining the three. That was an NBA distance three-point shot.
Niederbaumer.
Wow, and we're going to have fun saying Niederbaumer all night long.
Wow.
That was remarkable. And again, great defense by the Renegades. It's a 14-2 run right now. And a nice heads-up play right there by Alexia Ramirez. And Ramirez finding Diamond Brownlee wide open and gives her the ball. What a fantastic shot and great vision by Alexia Ramirez.
And what an amazingly fast start by the Renegades.
And I'll tell you what, I don't know what Grant Bingham has been feeding his basketball team. Once again, Ramirez once again with the spin move. And draws the foul, and now has a chance to make it a three-point play. Just remarkable. 2 spin moves in a row.
You can't teach that, Tom.
You sure can't. I'll tell you what, and right now, the Renegades opening this one up, and they lead 31-17 halfway through this second quarter. Brownlee with a nice tip over to Vasquez, who corrals the rebound. Niederbaumer looking for the pick. Gives it back to Ramirez. Ramirez down to the corner for Vasquez. Vasquez, three is good. Great ball movement there by the Renegades today. Clock down to 10 seconds. And Ramirez comes up with the turnover.
And I think we'll run this out.
And Niederbaumer now has the ball. And that's going to do it. The Bakersfield College Renegades defeat the LA Mission College Eagles 64-53 in a great effort today by Bakersfield College. And we're going to talk about the leading scorers of today's game, Julian Wilson. Jamie Niederbaumer with 19 points for the Renegades, followed by Alexia Ramirez with 14, Laylene Araniva with 10, Beautiful Vasquez with 9, and Diamond Brownlee with 8.
The following is a presentation of Bakersfield College Athletics.
Boa with 15, both to do well today, and they did.
And they did.
For the Renegades, James Miller's the leading scorer with 21 points, Zakir Henderson with 12, and Markel Brooks with 17. Surprisingly, Zach Garnett, who was averaging 8 points, has not scored at all in today's game. Oh, and right there, they just let Gustavo Chavez just get away. And now there's only a few seconds. McCall drew it up. Either make a quick score, or they're going to have to come down and shoot the three-pointer and hope for a tie. James Miller, and he's going to draw the foul.
Not a bad foul.
Not a bad foul at all, because you're having to reset. And that actually gives the advantage to Reilly because they're nowhere close to the bonus.
Right.
Reilly still has 3 fouls to give before the Renegades are in the bonus. Miller from the three-point line. Oh, and it goes! They're tying it up! Miller ties it up. Oh, no! And a quick score by Reilly, C.J. Cornegay. You may have enough time to get a little bit of a dribble in and then throw up a shot. And Zakir Henderson is the guy that you probably want down there under the basket to throw that in.
Exactly. Be a lot easier.
Markel Brooks is guarded by C.J. Cornegay down here at the far end. And Brooks is going to get the ball. Miller's going to throw it over to the corner. It's thrown up. It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
The basket. It counts. The basket counts. In the corner, Tyron Tyler. And the basket is going to count. Wow, 2-point basket, and the game is tied, and we're going to overtime. Wow, what a shot. Are you kidding me?
All right, here we go. Welcome to second half action of Lady Renegades basketball on Bakersfield College Athletics on YouTube. Renegades got the ball out of halftime. They get the ball inside to Ramirez. Ramirez getting pressured pretty hard for Porterville. She's able to get out of it. Now they get the ball back over to her. She dribble drives, gets it inside the paint, gives it off to Brownlee. But before the pass and the shot, there's a blocking foul against Lockett and Porterville.
Personal foul for Porterville, number 24.
The ball's going to be out of bounds to Tolentino. And again, just to remind you guys, got men's basketball right after this against Moore Park at 7 o'clock. Renegades ended the first half on a 14-0 run. Pass broken up. Right back over to Brownlee. Brownlee up the baseline, no good. Rebound to Ramirez. Garola didn't get off the ground. And now we've got a loose ball. It is going to go in the direction of the Pirates. Yeah, Garola out there, number 32 for the Pirates. Got a lot of size.
Right.
She's able to get, in good position for a rebound, but she didn't really get off the ground too much for those. Ramirez got up and was able to get that last rebound on her. Now they get the ball over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets inside the paint, and her shot no good. Rebound to Brownlee, who saves it from going out of bounds. Over to Tolentino. Gets it up to Niederbaumer. Niederbaumer from three, and it's good. Second three of the game for Niederbaumer.
We'll see how this second half goes for the Renegades. I expect to see a little bit of a different outcome than we had in that first half.
Absolutely. Well, the Pirates are playing with a lot of energy, but they're getting a little sloppy with the ball. Niederbaumer is going to get around Garola. She's going to put it up and in. 34-10. Renegades score the first 5 points of the second half, and they've opened up a 24-point lead on Porterville. And now Aranova gets it up to Tolentino, gives it over to Niederbaumer. Niederbaumer blows the layup. And now we've got a scrum on the ground. We've got a loose ball, jump ball, and it goes in the direction of the Pirates. Niederbaumer is going to want that one back.
Well, I think the best part about that miss was the surprise look that I caught on her face. She was surprised that didn't go in.
Exactly. But, hey, she's a righty, puts it up with her left. She's done that a couple of times tonight so far. She's leading all scorers with 12 as well. Now pass is going to be broken up. It's taken away by the Renegades, and now the ball is poked away, goes out of bounds. Niederbaumer right now I think is a little bit gassed already, but who's to blame? She's already got 4 shot attempts. Right. 2 of 4.
And hopefully she's not still thinking about that last shot.
Right. You see the Renegade men coming into the court, and now we've got a traveling on Jennifer Gonzalez. Good defense right there by Tolentino. She has been playing about 85 feet of defense all night.
All night, yes.
It goes back to that pink Energizer bunny that we used to see on commercials all the time. She's got that battery. He just keeps going.
It wasn't pink. It was white.
Oh, was it? You sure about that? Are we going to go back to that dress that was either white or gold or blue and black, whatever you want to call it? 3-point attempt, no good for Aranova. Oh, now it's a bunny, not a rabbit.
Yeah.
Okay. Check that. Garcia stops, kicks it out. Now they get to Gonzalez. 3-point attempt is off the back of the rim, no good. Loose ball, rebound, controlled by Tolentino, who's going to get it up court. Working on Gonzalez. She puts it up off the glass and good. Coast-to-coast action for Danica Tolentino. Out of Ontario Christian High. She breaks up that pass, goes right back to Gonzalez, who gets it over to Bravo. A couple of Bravos out on the court. Jada and Pearl. Got to imagine they're sisters. Get in Lockett. Lockett works her way in past Brownlee and puts it up and in. And that ends about a 13-minute scoring drought right there for the Pirates. Now the score is 36-12. Now we've got a jump ball. It's going to go in the direction of the Renegades.
Substitution number 10, Martha Godinez.
So the Renegades are going to have it, inbounding it after the jump ball. Got a lot of substitutions coming in. Well, really only a couple of substitutions. That's all you can do over here for Porterville. As the ball gets into Niederbaumer. Aranova at the top of the court, looks inside to Ramirez. Ramirez sees that she had a lane. She takes it, gets it inside and off the glass and good. 38-12 Renegades. And Ramirez now has 12 points. Her and Niederbaumer with a dozen apiece. They are accounting for just about 2/3 of the offense for the Renegades. And we get a foul called against the Renegades. It's going to be on Brownlee. Brownlee's first foul and the first team foul of the quarter for the Renegades. Garza's going to inbound it. She's going to have trouble inbounding it. Now she's going to get it back to Bravo. That's Jada Bravo. Jada looks over. Her pass is going to be an errant one. Finally going to be picked up by Aranova. Swings it over to Tolentino. Pump fake. Gets it inside and in. Good pump on that shot. She looked like she was going to take about a 12-footer. Pulls it down and gets it to the glass. 40-12 Renegades as Garza puts up a shot. No good. Rebound to Aranova. Aranova runs into a couple of Pirates and still able to get it away. And now we've got a foul about 75 feet away from the basket. Aranova has got her hands on her knees trying to gasp for some air.
Yeah, it looks like the Renegades have made a decision that they're going to make the Pirates run.
Yes, they are, and why not? Again, when you've only got 7 ladies that got on the bus today, you know, and you got to give it up to the Pirates. You know, even though they're getting subbed out, they jog over to the bench.
Right.
No walking. Brownlee. It's an aside to Aranova. Back out to Brownlee. Brownlee from 3. It's good. Diamond Brownlee now with 5 points on the game. Brownlee came in averaging 8.1. Pass inside to Garola. Garola gets the ball taken away from her by Aranova, who gets it over to Tolentino. Tolentino gets the ball stripped away by Jada Bravo. Tolentino looked like a runaway train right there for a little bit. Again, another ball on the court. Taken away by Niederbaumer, who gets it to Aranova. And now you're going to get a foul against Porterville. Jada Bravo. It's her first foul of the game. Now you're going to see Carly Hayes checking in the game for Diamond Brownlee. Tolentino inbounds it to Ramirez, who swings it over to Aranova. Now they get to the top of the key to Niederbaumer. Niederbaumer passed it over to Aranova. She thought about the 3, but decided to get it inside to Ramirez instead. But the ball was deflected out of her hand, hits the baseline, so the Renegades will have it with 7 seconds left on the shot clock and 4:40 on the game. We're in the third quarter, 43-12. Renegades with a 31-point lead. Hayes from downtown, no good. Rebound to Lockett. Everybody on the bench wanted that three-pointer for Carly Hayes.
She got a good look at it.
She did, and it was straight, just a little too hard. Meanwhile, good defense right there by Ramirez. The ball is going to go out of bounds. It's going to stay in possession of the Pirates. Pirates are still going to have 18 seconds left on the shot clock. Again, first opportunity I've had to broadcast a game here at the Rack. Doesn't mean Robert Anthony Chavez, my name. It's the Renegade Athletic Center. And a shot good by Gonzalez. Only the 4 point of the quarter for the Pirates. So you got just over 4 minutes to play in the third. Ball into Hayes. Hayes puts it up. Her shot no good. She grabs her own rebound, puts it up. Shot was blocked by Garola, and it goes out of bounds. Close to a foul right there.
You know, and that was a good extra pass, but that was also a good shot opportunity.
Absolutely. Again, like they say, when you're down there and you're one of the centers of power forwards, you get your own rebound, you try to go straight right back up.
Yes.
That's what she did. I get it to Samaniego, who just checks in the game, and her three-point attempt is no good, but she grabs that long rebound. Aranova from 3, good. Layleen Aranova. Or maybe it's Araniva. Maybe I've been saying it wrong the whole night. Okay, Araniva. Flyby and a shot good for Gonzalez. Gonzalez has 4 of the 6 points in this quarter for Porterville. Still a 30-point lead for the Renegades. Samaniego at the top of the key. Now they get it inside to Hayes. Hayes working against Garola. Shot high off the glass, no good. Rebound to Lockett. And a jump ball, but we got a foul also. It's going to go against Hayes. Hayes, the second foul of the game, so Porterville's going to have it. Just over 3 minutes to play in the third period, 46-16. Renegades looking to go 7-1 on the season so far. Shot up, and it's good for Porterville. Oh, no, it is going to be a charging. So an offensive foul against Porterville. Janessa Garza was called on that. Now you've got Fimbris checking in the game for Araniva. Also, Tolentino comes in for Niederbaumer. Niederbaumer getting her first break of the game. Tolentino was out for maybe about 2 minutes of game time. Now she's back in. You got 2 point guards in the game with her and Samaniego. Now they swing it right back over to Tolentino. Tolentino working against Bravo. Gets back to Samaniego. Right at the elbow to Fimbres, who gets it over to Tolentino on the baseline. She gets that shot up, and then she slides in her belly down the baseline. Great teardrop shot right there.
Great shot. And I mean, it wasn't an open shot. I mean, there were 2 people standing right there.
The 2 tallest people on the court. Lockett and Garolo were right in her way. Now you've got Garza who gets it over to Bravo. Bravo working against Samaniego. Kicks it out to Garza. Head fake. Not taken by Tolentino. Now she's trying to work the size advantage. Ramirez jumps in with help defense. And now the Pirates have it outside the arc. Gets the ball into Lockett. Lockett dribbles it off of, looks like Hayes' foot. And now we've got another substitution for the Lady Renegades. Rachel Green. For those of you Friends fans from the 90s, I know that was one of Julian's favorite shows. Rachel Green was a character in that show, right? Remember, Jennifer Aniston. I know, your favorite, Julian. Now we get ball into Tolentino, who tries to go back into the trees, and she gets stopped by Garola.
Is there such thing as a record? Because if there is, for the record, no. So, yeah, if we enter that into the record, please. Not my favorite show.
Maybe not your favorite, but it was on regular rotation in the Wilson house.
Well, I didn't even come on my television.
I didn't have that channel.
Yeah.
Even though it was NBC. Everybody got that channel. But now you
didn't come on my TV.
Tolentino's first shot attempt from the charity stripe, no good. Lady Gates still with a comfortable 32-point lead. Yeah, as soon as I seen that name on the roster today, I was thinking, oh, okay, I got to work a Friends reference in there. Tolentino misses 2 free throws, so it remains 48-16. Pirates have it with 1:44 remaining in this third quarter. Good screen right there by Garola. Gets Garza kind of an open shot on the baseline. Hayes wasn't able to come up with that rebound, so it goes over to Tolentino. She'll gladly pick it up, get on the stat sheet with another board. Now Tolentino from 3, straight away, no good. Rebound, Porterville.
I have to give it to her. She didn't hesitate.
No, she didn't. And when you're up 32, this is going to be one of those shots that you're going to want to practice on anyway in transition. She had rebounders down there too. Bravo kicks it back out to the other Bravo. Now gets it into the other Bravo, and we've got a foul as she goes up, so she's going to go to the line for a couple. Number 13, Green, with the foul.
Rob, while we're here, we really need to make a shout out to one of our old friends, Mr. Ford.
Mr. Ford.
Mr. Ford, Keith Ford.
Keith Ford, where's Keith at?
He's at Porterville.
I know, but where is he? Is he here today?
I was hoping he'd be
here,
but I don't see
the
him.
athletic director for Porterville College, yes, absolutely. Former assistant athletic director here at Bakersfield College.
Yes.
Went up to 65, and that's what they're calling tonight's game, the Battle of the 65. Highway 65, not my favorite freeway. Dangerous freeway, too.
Is it anybody's favorite?
Well, maybe people that make money off of that route. There's a shot up and good for Samaniego from downtown. Just under a minute to play. Samaniego was able to drill it. 51-16 Renegades with a big lead over the Porterville Pirates. Bravo to Bravo. And this time Pearl goes up, and she's going to be fouled on the way up. So now we got a foul on Samaniego this time. It's going to be Mia's first foul of the game. Yeah, I had an uncle that grew up in Porterville. He moved to Bakersfield when he was about 21, and he's lived here in Bakersfield for the rest of his life. And he used to go up to 65 quite a bit. Used to always rave about the beef jerky that they made up in Porterville.
Well, this is my first hearing it, so I'm going to have to do some research.
Anytime you get a chance to go up there, I forget the name of it, but now I'm going to look it up. So a couple of free throws. One goes in, one goes out. 51-17. Renegades working for that last shot with 10 seconds remaining on the game clock. Tolentino yo-yoing it up and down, gets it out to Samaniego, and her shot is good from about 20 feet out. Counts for two. And the Pirates are just going to let this run out. 53-17, Renegades with a big lead. And Coach Graham Bingham looks over at one of his guards, Mia Samaniego, and gives her a thumbs up. And she has 5 points in the final couple of minutes of that period. We're going to come right back here with four-quarter action of Lady Renegades basketball. Welcome back to fourth quarter action. Lady Renegades basketball. Rob Chavez alongside Julian Wilson. Gio General also on the cameras. We got a lot of new Renegades in the game, including Nevaeh Matthews. Well, she got it over to Green, but Green's pass was intercepted. Now they get it up to Bravo. Bravo had the ball taken away. She was able to get it back. Now they get it over to Garza. Garza from three. Her shot no good. Rebound to Gonzalez. Gonzalez with a nice little spin move. Lockett gets a rebound off the Gonzalez miss. Puts it up no good. Rebound to the Lady Gades. Tolentino gets it up the court. Gets it over to Nevaeh Matthews. Is going to have an open two-point shot, and it's good. Nevaeh Matthews out of Liberty High, and we've got an injured Pirate on the ground, and they quickly take a timeout. That's Pearl Bravo. I'm going to give her a round of applause as she gets up. She, again, came into the game wearing that heavy hardware.
Right.
And now it looks like they're going to be down to about 6 players.
You know, and it doesn't help that the fatigue definitely is setting in. We're in the fourth quarter. They've been running this 94 feet.
Nevaeh Matthews with that last basket, like I was talking about, two-sport athlete here, just got out of the pool for water polo. She was one of the goalies for the inaugural water polo season here at Bakersfield College, and now she's one of the guards here for the Lady Renegades. I also want to point out a fourth-generation Renegade, Julian, and as the ball is broken up, getting over to Tolentino, and she blows the layup wide open.
She put her hand over her mouth. Like,
yes, she did.
Uh-oh. She's going to see that play again.
Yes, she will. A couple of blown layups so far today as Janessa Garza is able to bring it down and score for Porterville. Now we got a quick pass and a nice assist right there. Araniva, I should say, had a chance at putting it up, but she fakes the defender out, gives it over to Green. Green gets her first basket of the game.
Again, a nice extra pass.
Absolutely. So unselfish basketball right there. 57-19. Renegades up. Coach Bingham's team is going to go to 7-1 on the season. And also going to be a perfect 3-0 here at the Renegade Athletic Center. Is a nice high shot off the glass is good. I thought the bank closed at 5 o'clock, Julian.
Closed at 6.
Oh, 6 o'clock.
Yes.
You got that good bank right there. There's a shot from 3, no good.
Nice
Couple
shot.
bounces for Matthews. Matthews going to get right back off the top of the key, drives, puts a shot up, but she traveled before she was able to get that shot up. But again, I was mentioning Matthews, 4th generation Renegade. Her great-grandpa, Jim Maples Sr., played here before he went to USC to play football. Her grandpa, Jim Maples Jr., a quarterback for the 1981 Renegades team.
Wow.
And her dad sitting right across the court with that cell phone camera held up. That's Leandre Matthews, former East High Blade, and ran for over 1,100 yards here for the Renegades back in 05 and 06.
Well, he definitely has a great athlete in her.
Yeah, again, two-sport athlete. You know, Nevaeh's grandpa, Jim, was a two-sport athlete, played baseball and football here, and they ended up going to Long Beach State to play football before Long Beach State gave up the football program. Matthews gets it up the court to Vasquez, who gets it over to Brownlee. Brownlee to Niederbaumer. Niederbaumer back up top to Matthews. Matthews going to take a three-point shot. No good. And long outlet rebound to Brownlee. Brownlee gets it back up to Matthews. Matthews puts a shot up. No good. Rebound to Vasquez. The ball was then in the hands of Bunting, Jesse Bunting, out of Kern Valley High. We've had a couple of Buntings that have been athletes here at Bakersfield College. All of them pretty tall. And Bunting gets it up, and her shot's going to be good. 2 points for Jesse Bunting. 59-21. Now the ball gets up court to the Pirates. Pirates haven't had the ball much this quarter, turning the ball over quite a bit. Renegades have been able to set up a lot of offense. Now they get the ball into Gonzalez, who kicks it out to Bravo. Bravo, a corner three is good. And actually, they only counted 2. Jada Bravo puts it up and in. 59-23, Lady Gades. Vasquez gets it over to Bunting. Bunting on the baseline. Gets it inside to Niederbaumer. Niederbaumer with a left-hand layup, no good. Rebound shortly went to Bunting, but she had it tapped away, and Garza came up with it. Now Gonzalez. Gets it over to Garza. Garza puts it up, and she's going to have a foul before the shot. It's going to be on Matthews.
Bakersfield College foul number 9, Nevaeh Matthews, first team foul. Shooting 2, number 11, Janessa Garza.
Garza's going to be at the line, shooting 2 for Porterville with 5:26 remaining in the fourth, and that first free throw attempt, no good.
And I tell you, Porterville women are working really hard. You can see it. And they are tired, but they are working hard. They're staying in there.
Yeah, they look like guys my age playing after about 5 minutes of full court basketball. So Garza was able to get one of the free throws in, but Matthews drives, gets it inside, and draws the foul. Picks up the foul on Lockett.
That was on Porterville number 24, Nevaeh Lockett.
Lockett's third personal foul.
Shooting 2 for the Renegades, number 9, Nevaeh Matthews.
So Matthews is going to be at the line. First free throw attempt rattles in, making it 60-24 Lady Gades. Another free throw attempt, good for Matthews. Matthews, again, won a section championship last year for the Liberty Patriots as starting point guard for them.
Well, you can tell that she works on her shot. I mean, she shoots it the same way every time.
Bravo dribbling it around. Gets it over to Garza. Garza, I thought, traveled on that. They didn't call it. Now they get over to Godinez. Godinez's pass inside to Lockett. Lockett goes onto the ground. Jump ball. Good hustle right there for Nevaeh Matthews. She went down there and fought with Lockett for that ball.
She dived. I mean,
she
you got to let
did.
her know this is not the water.
Yeah.
This ain't the water.
Yeah.
This is the floor.
This is solid ground.
Yeah, this is solid. He dived in that water. Oh, God. That was bad.
Matthews works around her defender. She gets it up, but she takes one too many steps, called for the travel. 4:31 remaining in the game.
That was the Euro step. But she had some good teaching. She was good.
Old Chick Hearn back in the day used to call it the bunny hop and the pea patch right there. He wouldn't know what a Euro step was. God rest his soul.
Yeah.
Ball stripped away by Matthews. Now they get it over to Nevaeh. Nevaeh passes it up to Bunting. Bunting pulls up. A little mid-range shot, no good. Rebound to the Pirates. And again, you could just see that just having sheer numbers is a big advantage for Bakersfield. They are outrunning the floor.
Exactly.
And Porterville is tired. They got heavy hands, heavy feet.
Substitution for the Renegades, number 8, Beyonce Fenbray.
Beyonce Fimbres coming in for beautiful Vasquez. Didn't know that when I started broadcasting, I'd be broadcasting a couple of names, Beautiful and Beyonce.
Yeah.
and for it being a basketball, I thought that maybe be me commentating on the Grammy Awards or something.
And what can you say? You know, the parents felt what they felt when she was born.
They felt, yeah, absolutely.
They felt what they felt.
Sure thing. Loose ball picked up. Now you've got Fimbres. Her pass is going to be broken up momentarily by Gonzalez, but now on the loose ball, we have a foul. And I'll tell you what, Jennifer Gonzalez is playing incredibly hard basketball at a Strathmore High School. Matthews is going to check out of the game after scoring 4 points. Samaniego is going to check in for her. And now it looks like we're going to have a full timeout for Porterville. We're going to take a quick break here. Come right back right after the timeout.
Timeout, Porterville College.
All right, after the timeout, we're back. 3.5 minutes to play in this ball game. Renegades up big, 61-24 over the undermanned Pirates. Pass goes right through the hands of Niederbaumer. Good energy out there for Beyonce Fimbres. She was the one that had that hot pass that went through the hands of Niederbaumer, and she's still out there clapping it up. Janessa Garza tries to pull up for a shot. And Fimbres' hand was right in her face. Now they get it out. Good head fake right there for Godinez. Gets it into Lockett. Lockett works inside. She gets a good shot on Bunting. Lockett leads all scorers for the Pirates. 10 out of the 26 points for Lockett. Now Niederbaumer up top to Samaniego. Samaniego gets it stripped away, but she keeps it. Niederbaumer from downtown. Good! Jamie Niederbaumer makes it 15 points on the game. She is leading all scorers tonight. She's had the ball in her possession a lot tonight and has been taking advantage of as much of her opportunity as she can. Just over 2 minutes to play. Renegades trying to make this a 40-point game if they get a stop and a score right here. Now we've got a loose ball, or excuse me, not a loose ball, foul. Foul away from the ball there for Samaniego.
Second personal, second team foul, substitution for Bakersfield College.
Now you got Rachel Green coming in for Brownlee. Just over 2 minutes to play. Garza's going to inbound it. Gets it into Lockett. Lockett kicks it right back out to Garza. Shot attempt off the glass, no good. Nobody wanted that loose ball foul. Finally, Rachel Green gets to it, and there's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay in the possession of the Pirates as Gonzalez was able to wrap up the ball as well, too.
It seems like, yeah, for a split second, everybody just watched the ball to see where it was going.
Right. Everybody else is going to go get that rebound is what everybody thought. So Lockett working a two-lady game right there for Garza, and she gets rewarded with an easy basket. 64-28. Renegades up, minute 45 remaining. Looks like Nevaeh Matthews is going to check in the game at the next break. Samaniego from the top of the key. No good. Long rebound attempt is no good. So the Pirates will have it. Matthews is going to check into the game for Samaniego. Coach Bingham's done an amazing job of getting all 11 of these ladies into the game.
Into this game, exactly. It's a great observation.
I'll say, 12 of these ladies. There are 12 deep over there.
Yeah. He got them all in. Great observation.
Not only that, I believe everybody has gotten on the no. Vasquez and Hayes have not gotten on the board yet so far. Now we've got a foul on Matthews. So they're going to be her second personal with a minute and 15 remaining.
Second personal, 13 foul.
Ball gets inbounded to Lockett. Lockett over to Bravo. Bravo now works it right back into Lockett, who's working on Rachel Green. Shot up and the foul. Lockett's going to go to the line for an old-fashioned three with a minute and 3 remaining.
That was on Bakersfield College, number 13, Rachel Green. Second.
The Renegades are going to just to try to run this clock out, not give up too many more points here if they can. Move on to 7-1. Lockett finishes up the three-point play. Niederbaumer. Over to Fimbers. Fimbers now up top to Nevaeh Matthews, who drives. Her shot goes up high off the glass and no good. 45 seconds remaining for the Pirates. Might be their last possession right here. Garza drives and puts it in. Probably not going to be their last possession. 64-33. Lady Pirates have actually put up the last 7 points in this game. As now you get a little baby hook right there for Matthews. And the ball is going to go out of bounds. 26.5 seconds remaining. It looks like it's going to be the last possession of the game. Gonzalez working on Matthews. Ball stolen by Niederbaumer. And
wow,
Niederbaumer with a double dribble.
Yeah, and I don't know where she was trying to go with 10 seconds left.
I don't know, but I tell you what, Niederbaumer has, I think, gotten on the board in every stat category you can have. Now with a double dribble. Kudos to her. So Gonzalez not going to get up a shot, and that'll do it. Renegades are going to move to 7-1 and a perfect 3-0 here at home as they get the win, 64-33 over the Porterville Pirates. And according to Gio, we're going to interview Jamie Niederbaumer.
For the women's team.
Niederbaumer finished the game with 15 points.
Thursday, December 4th. So
Well,
a week from Thursday, December 4th versus Pasadena City.
that was a great game for the Renegades. Like I said, they got a quick start and they immediately got sluggish. And we both know, and the fans know, that against a really good team, that's a deadly consequence. You cannot have any lapses in your momentum.
No, especially when you've got, 7 players that came with you, and then they were down to 6 because of the injury to one of the Pirates as well.
But we'll give it to the Porterville Pirates. They came in here tonight. And, it's a long season, unfortunately. It's possible that maybe they have a couple of players that are coming that we don't know about. Maybe they're coming from, but we'll see. But wish them a good season.
Yes, we do. Jamie Niederbaumer is going to be coming up and joining us. So the next game that the Lady Renegades have, they're going to have a little bit of a long break. They've got Thanksgiving coming up. They play Pasadena away. Next time they're going to be here at home is going to be on December 19th, Julian. So Gio's getting everything set up right here for Jamie Niederbaumer. How are you, Jamie? I'm going to come right around here and interview you, so let me get in position. How are you? Name's Robert.
Hello.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you too.
All right.
Who am I looking?
Right there in that camera right there. Yep. Oh, yeah. No, you're going to talk to me right here. Oh. Yeah, but even then, you're still on the camera. You can kind of look back and forth. Hey, again, is this the first time being interviewed?
Yes.
How does it feel?
It feels fine.
Feels fine. All right.
I'm a little nervous, but.
Hey, again, you're just talking about the game. I'll get the sillies out right now. A couple of those shots you probably thought, oh, man, I'm going to have to look at this on film, aren't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so which was the shot that you're going to be like, man, if I had that again, 99 times out of 100 I make it?
Definitely that layup.
That layup?
When that was wide open.
But then again, it was with your left hand. You're a righty.
But I'm a lefty too, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So what's been the biggest difference between high school basketball and up here playing for Coach Bingham?
It's definitely like faster pace and more physical than high school. And yeah.
So what have you been doing to help and adjust to that?
Just the practices, basically. You just got to give it your all, and you'll see how you do on the court.
Yeah, when you've got a lot of returning players like you do on the team over here, they have really – I'm assuming they've helped out with that and getting you kind of accustomed to the college game?
Yeah, definitely.
Gotcha. 15 points tonight. What were you thinking? Again, you led all scorers. What were you thinking about coming into tonight's game to prepare for this and get you to the top of the scoreboard?
Nothing. I just want to give it my all and hope I do good.
Okay, so were you that streaky shooter that we seen today up in Tehachapi up on the mountain?
Yeah.
Definitely?
Yeah.
Definitely. You were the one with the ball. You wanted to be able to take the shot if it's open, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. So looking forward into the season, you guys are going to have a little bit of a break here. We've got Thanksgiving coming up. Going to be able to spend some time with your family. Yeah. As you guys are going to moving on to Pasadena, what's kind of like the thought process going into the week after you guys get a chance to take a little bit of time off?
We just got to keep focusing on the games and just give it our all and everything.
Gotcha. Okay, so before you go, you got to say what's the food that you're looking forward to the most on Thursday?
Oh.
The one food item. And
mac
who makes
cheese.
and who?
Yeah.
Okay, mac and cheese. Who makes it?
My sister.
Your sister. What's her name?
Ashley.
Ashley. So shout out to Ashley. Your mac and cheese is going to get destroyed on Thursday, right?
Yeah.
All right, just like she destroyed the Porterville Pirates tonight. Good job, Jamie. Good to meet you. Good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, thanks a lot, guys.
following is a presentation of Bakersfield College Athletics.
That's me.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that the fans are going to be able to come to these games free of charge for the season. Plenty of opportunity to give our Renegades support.
Absolutely. So the Renegades against LA Mission College, and that's going to be an over the back right there by Victoria Eufrasio. Eufrasio will get her first foul.
And I don't know if we have the soccer team or the softball team for Bakersfield College, but they're going to be cheering all night, looks like.
Yeah, we get a lot of extra teams that show up and support their fellow student athletes here at Bakersfield College and come to these games and root them on. So really looking forward to a fun night here. And a three-pointer just thrown up like it was nothing by Jamie Niederbaumer. Niederbaumer out of Tehachapi High School. And a lot of local talent on this Bakersfield College squad. Two players from out of the area, one from Pleasanton, Texas. That's Diamond Brownlee. She was actually on the squad last year. She's a sophomore this year. And also from Ontario, California, Danica Tolentino. Tolentino, one of the leading scorers on this squad for the Renegades.
My name's Nevaeh Matthews. I'm a guard for the BC women's basketball team.
Hi, my name is Beautiful Vasquez. I'm also a guard for BC's women's basketball team.
We're your hosts for this week's Renegades recap for the week of November 9th.
On November 9th and 10th, Ivana Escobar led the way for BC over the two-day Southern California Regionals at the Olivas Links Golf Course in Ventura, California. Her finish in the SoCal Regional qualifies her for the 3C2A State Championships. Good luck to Ivana in the State Championships. On Tuesday, November 11th, the soccer teams traveled to play with their opponents that day. The women's soccer team went over to West LA College for the final game of the regular season, ending in a tie 1-1. The men's soccer team traveled to play Glendale, where they would get the win 3-2.
Back at home on Tuesday, the men's basketball team played Porterville, where they would get a commanding win 75-57. Men's basketball would travel to play Santa Barbara City on Friday, November 14th. It was a close game, but BC would lose 79-81. Back at home on Friday, the men's soccer team played their final game of the regular season against Antelope Valley. BC would get the win 1-0 and would be crowned 2025 Western State Conference champions. BC would be co-champions with Santa Monica as they finished with the same conference record. Congrats to the BC men's soccer team.
Then on Friday night, the women's volleyball team played their final game of the 2025 season against Westfield College. BC would lose 1-3. On Saturday, the BC women's basketball team traveled to play against Wrigley College. It was a close battle until the final minute. Unfortunately, BC would lose to 62-65.
BC men's wrestling hosted the Southeast Conference tournament inside the RAC on Saturday. BC finished second overall in the tournament. Luis Acosta Tackett won in the 141-pound division, and Jonathan Garcia won in the 285-pound class with teammate Seth Siebert finishing second. Brandon Coe finished second in the 149-pound class. Camden Williams finished third in the 157-pound class. Abraham Gonzalez finished second in the 165-pound class, and Elijah Guzman finished third in the 174-pound class. For more news and information on BC Athletics, visit GoGades.com. Be sure to follow us on our Instagram account at the handle GoGadesGo. And don't forget to subscribe to the BC Athletics YouTube channel. My name's Nevaeh Matthews.
And my name is Beautiful Vasquez.
Thank you for watching this week's Renegade Recap. Bye.
Hello, Renegades. Geo General out here to host this week's Renegade Recap for the week of November 16. On November 16, Ivana Escobar represented BC in the 3C2A State Championships for women's golf in Solvang, California. Ivana's Day 1 result places her in 35th in the state. Congratulations to Ivana Escobar and the rest of our women's golf team. On Tuesday, the women's basketball team played at the RAC against Santa Barbara City College, where they would take a 56-49 win. On Wednesday, the BC soccer teams played their first round playoff matches at home. The men's soccer team started the day against Glendale. BC would fall in the end 4-5. Congratulations to the men's soccer team on a great season. Then the women's soccer team played after them. They played against San Diego Miramar. The lone goal, scored by BC's Alexandra Gallardo, would advance BC to the next round in the playoffs. BC men's basketball traveled to Porterville College to play in the Milton Classic on Friday. The first game of this event was against Lamar College, where they would get a dominant win, 91-68. Day 2 of the Milton Classic on Saturday, the men's basketball team played College of the Sequoias. BC lost 50-80. The women's basketball team traveled to play LA Trade Tech. BC took the win 53-51. BC men's wrestling were also down south at East LA College for the ELAC Brawl. Some notable placers include Kip Tyler finishing second in the 184-pound class, Moises Moreno finishing third in the 174-pound class, the BC cross-country teams and their season at the 3C2A state championships held at Woodward Park in Fresno, California. The women's team finished 21st and the men's team finished 20th. Congratulations to our cross-country teams this season. BC women's soccer traveled to face Santiago Canyon College. It was another close match, but BC would lose 0-1. Congratulations to the women's soccer team on a historic season. For news and information across all of BC athletics, visit GoGage.com. And don't forget to follow us on our Instagram. Be sure to subscribe to the BC Athletics YouTube channel. On behalf of BC Athletics, we would like to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, and we are thankful for your support of our student athletes, coaches, and staff throughout the years. Thank you for watching this episode of the Renegade Recap. Until next time.
The following is a presentation of Bakersfield College Athletics.
Niederbaumer once again with the three, and she's got 2 of them already to start the game. And the Renegades up to a quick 8 points.
And, Tom, I was trying to hold this, but I'll let it out now. I got to the gym early today, and when I got to him, there was someone on the floor shooting. It was Niederbaumer before anyone was
Well,
in here.
and I've watched Niederbaumer play from Tehachapi High School, and she can shoot really well. So we're going to see a display tonight. So far, she's got 8 points in the game. Ramirez driving to her left, up off the glass, scores, draws the foul. And wow, so far, Jamie Niederbaumer is 3 for 3 from the field, 2 for 2 from three-point land. She's got 8 points. Alexa Ramirez with 2 for a chance to make it a three-point play, and does. 5:54 left to go in the first quarter. We don't have a 32 on our roster. We'll have to figure out who that is at some point. And I was mistaken. That was 42. And Niederbaumer raining the three. That was an NBA distance three-point shot.
Niederbaumer.
Wow. And we're going to have fun saying Niederbaumer all night long.
Wow.
That was remarkable. And again, great defense by the Renegades. It's a 14-2 run right now. And a nice heads-up play right there by Alexia Ramirez. And Ramirez finding Diamond Brownlee wide open and gives her the ball. What a fantastic shot and great vision by Alexia Ramirez.
And what an amazingly fast start by the Renegades.
And I'll tell you what, I don't know what Grant Bingham has been feeding his basketball team. Once
Wow.
again.
Are you
Ramirez once
kidding
again
me?
with the spin move and draws the foul and now has a chance to make it a 3-point play. Just remarkable. 2 spin moves in a row.
You can't teach that, Tom.
You sure can't. I'll tell you what. And
You
right
cannot
now,
teach that.
the Renegades opening this one up, and they lead 31-17 halfway through this second quarter. Brownlee with a nice tip over to Vasquez, who corrals the rebound. Niederbaumer looking for the pick. Gives it back to Ramirez. Ramirez down to the corner for Vasquez. Vasquez, 3 is good. Great ball movement there by the Renegades today. Clock down to 10 seconds. And Ramirez comes up with the turnover.
And I think we'll run this out.
And Niederbaumer now has the ball, and that's going to do it. The Bakersfield College Renegades defeat the LA Mission College Eagles 64-53, and a great effort today by Bakersfield College. And we're going to talk about the leading scorers of today's game, Julian Wilson. Jamie Niederbaumer with 19 points for the Renegades, followed by Alexia Ramirez with 14, Leilene Araniva with 10, Beautiful Vasquez with 9, and Diamond Brownlee with 8.
The following is a presentation of Bakersfield College Athletics.
Boa with 15, both to do well today, and they did.
And they did.
For the Renegades, James Miller's the leading scorer with 21 points, Zakir Henderson with 12, and Markel Brooks with 17. Surprisingly, Zach Garnett, who was averaging 8 points, has not scored at all in today's game. Oh, and right there, they just let Gustavo Chavez just get away. And now there's only a few seconds. McCall drew it up. Either make a quick score, or they're going to have to come down and shoot the three-pointer and hope for a tie. James Miller, and he's going to draw the foul.
Not a bad foul.
Not a bad foul at all, because you're having to reset. And that actually gives the advantage to Reilly because they're nowhere close to the bonus.
Right.
Reilly still has 3 fouls to give before the Renegades are in the bonus. Miller from the three-point line. Oh, and it goes! They're tying it up! Miller ties it up. Oh, no! And a quick score by Reilly, C.J. Cornegay. You may have enough time to get a little bit of a dribble in and then throw up a shot. And Zakir Henderson is the guy that you probably want down there under the basket to throw that in.
Exactly. Be a lot easier.
Markel Brooks is guarded by C.J. Cornegay down here at the far end. And Brooks is going to get the ball. Miller's going to throw it over to the corner. It's thrown up. It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
It's good.
The basket. It counts. The basket counts. In the corner, Tyron Tyler. And the basket is going to count. Wow, 2-point basket, and the game is tied, and we're going to overtime. Wow, what a shot. Are you kidding me? Game is it's tied up now at 8. Famuso from beyond the arc, and he hits it. And the tie didn't last long before the Renegades extended. And Damari Davis goes coast to coast after Zakir Henderson got a hand on it and knocked it into Damari Davis, and Davis picks it up and takes it all the way down the court and scores. Henderson guarding Jamarcus Brown. Brown dishes it back outside. That one's off the mark, and Famuso gets the rebound. Rios gives it up to Chavez from the corner. Three for for Gustavo Chavez. Chavez on the perimeter. Looked like a travel there. Might have gotten away with one. And Rios with the reverse. Whoa. And Joaquin Rios taking over here in the second half. Henderson gets the rebound. Zakir Henderson now with 6 rebounds. And Damari Davis, and I don't think he gets full credit because he did not call that off the glass.
I'm going to give him full credit because he didn't hesitate. Soon as he got it, he shot it.
And another one off the glass for Gustavo Chavez. And I think him and Damari Davis have a bet going somewhere.
The following is a presentation of Bakersfield College Athletics.
In the beginning, they started out strong, but really came back in that final quarter and in that final minute, really, came back to win that game.
Yeah, I actually watched that game the other day as I was preparing for this one.
Niederbomber for 3.
Niederbomber.
3-3.
Bang, 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 bang. Niederbomber showing her value from deep already. Tolentino back inside. Nice
Buckets.
with the runner. Job right there on the 15-footer by Callie Madugal.
3 from Tolentino. 3.
Bang, bang, bang. Tolentino. And right now, we have our first sighting of the young Nevaeh Matthews, the freshman out of Liberty. And so proud of young Matthews, as I coached her dad. Nice rebound by the Renegades. Now we have Ramirez getting it up over to Matthews. Matthews with the crossover, and she's not wasting any time.
Nice.
Not wasting any time, showing Uncle Ken that she got something in her bag. Amazing job by the freshman out of Liberty.
And to our folks who don't know, Nevaeh Matthews is also a water polo player.
Dual sport athlete, just like her dad, Leandre Matthews. He was a running back for our Renegades teams 20 years ago. He was on one of my 2005-2006 teams, and I tell you, he was one of the strongest running backs in the weight room. And now he's a guy that's serving our community. But right now, we got Brownlee serving left-hand finishes for the Renegades. Diamond Brownlee out of Pleasanton, Texas.
Another strong start by the Renegades this second half.
following is a presentation of Bakersfield College Athletics.
That's me.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad that the fans are going to be able to come to these games free of charge for the season.
Yeah. All right.
Tonight's non-conference contest pits your Renegades against the Moore Park Raiders. Tonight's game is sponsored by Jamba Juice, proud supporter of Bakersfield College Athletics. Whether you're celebrating a win or need a post-practice boost, Jamba Juice has you covered with smoothies, bowls, and energy boosts that keep you feeling your very best. All right, now for the starting lineups for tonight's contest, let's meet our visiting team, Moore Park Raiders, that come in tonight's contest with a record of 4-3. Starting lineup, number 2, a freshman guard, Aiden Beechon. Freshman guard, number 3, Eric Kubel. Sophomore forward, number 4, Marcus Steele. Sophomore guard, number 11, Elijah Elohim. A sophomore forward, number 20, Jake Field. Head coach of the Raiders, Keith Higgins, assisted by Chad O'Connor, Reese Winterberg. And now the starting lineup for your Bakersfield College Renegades. A sophomore guard, number 2, Gustavo Chavez. A freshman guard, number 13, James Miller. A sophomore forward, number 21, Daniel Femuso. A freshman forward, number 11, Zakir Henderson. And a sophomore forward, number 5, Markel Brooks. Bakersfield College comes to tonight's contest with a record of 4-3. Their head coach, Greg McCall, assisted Stephon Carter, Jasmine Dixon, and Grant Johnson.
And good evening to you, Renegades basketball fans, wherever you may be joining us. This is Rob Chavez alongside Julian Wilson here at the Renegade Athletic Center for tonight's matchup. Renegades are taking on the visiting Moore Park Raiders. Both teams come into tonight 4-3 on the season. And Moore Park looking for their first road win. Renegades looking to stay undefeated right here at the newly christened Renegade Athletic Center, otherwise known as the Rack. We're going to have number 5, Markel Brooks, the sophomore out of Golden Valley. He's going to be jumping for the Renegades. Number 4, Marcus Steele out of Fairfax High, a transfer from L.A. Pierce, jumping for the Raiders. And Markel controls the tip. Now you're going to have James Miller, freshman out of Roosevelt High in Fresno, gets the ball over to Gustavo Chavez. No relation to me, Julian. He will not be at Thanksgiving on Thursday, just in case anybody was wondering. Good work at the top of the key. Gets it out this time to Famoso. Famoso's shot no good. Rebound put up and in by Zakir Henderson. 2-0, Renegades up. And they get a steal. Gustavo Chavez works it up court to Markel Brooks. Brooks pulls up from about 19 feet, goes in and out. Tipped attempt at a rebound of Famoso is going to be in the hands of Moore Park. Moore Park wearing like a Carolina blue jersey out there with the pack emblazoned across the chest. Get the ball inside to number 4, Mark Castillo, who gets a turnaround from the baseline. Good. Score tied. Just over a minute gone in this first half. Henderson now working against Steele. Kicks it out to Miller. Miller back over to Henderson. Henderson from the top of the key. 3-point attempt, no good. Rebound, Markel Brooks, who cleans it up and puts it right back in. 4-2, Renegades. It's number 20, Jake Field, point guard working for Moore Park. Hands it off to Elohim. Elohim loses control of the ball. And the ball goes outlet. Pass inside was broken up by Henderson. So the ball is going to be in possession of the Raiders. 18:03 remaining in the first half. Renegades get a steal on the inbounds pass. Henderson was able to take it away. Now he pushes it up court. You got Miller. Miller gets it inside of Famosu. Famosu has to come right back outside, swings it over to Chavez. Chavez to Miller. Miller now over to Markel Brooks. Now back over to Miller. Miller from the top of the key, no good, but a rebound for Brooks. Brooks is going to work one-on-one, gets it inside and puts it up and in. Fantastic individual effort right there through that entire possession for Markel Brooks. Moving without the ball, and when he got the ball, was able to take advantage of that lane. So Moore Park now working the half-court offense. Good defense right there by Chavez. They switch. Going to be a mismatch underneath. 3-point attempt, no good. Long rebound taken by Miller. Puts it behind his back, but loses control of it. And now Steele is on the ground. Looks like we're going to have a jump ball. Coach McCall already comes out of his hoodie. So the possession arrow was in the direction of Moore Park. We're going to have the first substitution. Number 22, Roman Finney, going to be checking in for Elijah Elohim. Now you've got Aiden Bittron, the point guard for Moore Park. Finally getting in the hands of Field. Field back to Bittron. Bittron, corner 3 attempt, no good. Rebound, Markel Brooks. Brooks real active on the glass so far at this point. Miller drives, kicks it out. Probably had an open layup, gave it up. Now they're going to get right back over to Miller. His corner 3 attempt, no good. Rebound to Moore Park. Moore Park tries to push it up. Markel Brooks able to save it before it hits that baseline. Now he steps out of bounds, and it's going to be in the possession. I think the ball probably was out of bounds already, but the referee was already turned going the other way but didn't have a good vantage point. Nonetheless, Moore Park has it. Field. It's top of the key to Zloka. Now they get it to Kubel. Kubel's 3-point attempt is good. First 3-point attempt for Moore Park. They are 1 of 1 early. Eric Kubel out of Canyon High School in Lancaster. Speaking of Lancaster, out in the Antelope Valley, had a chance to talk with Hector, the athletic trainer here at Bakersfield College, who came from Antelope Valley. Famosu from baseline, good. Shoots it up and over. Roman Finney, who just checked into the game. 8-5, Renegades with the lead, and a block by Henderson. And there to clean it up is, again, Brooks. Brooks gets it to Miller. Miller passes it to Henderson. Henderson tries to go up and posterize Kubel, but he was unable to hang on to the ball. Moore Park gets it, but there's going to be a foul on that attempt at a transition basket. Number 22, Roman Finney, is going to go to the line for 2.
He took off on that last shot.
Yes, he did. He took off from just inside the elbow.
Yes, he took off.
So Finney, left-handed free throw attempt off the front of the rim. Again, I think maybe somebody's got a door open around her, or a window, something. Markel Brooks checking out of the game, checking into the game, number 25, Zach Garnett. Garnett, the 6'7" forward freshman out of Frontier High. Famosu was able to pick up that rebound on the second shot attempt. That was no good. So nothing for the Raiders on that foul. And now they get the ball into Henderson. Henderson goes up, gets the foul, gets the bucket. We're going to have a three-point play here potentially for Zakir Henderson.
You know, you got to be excited about this aggressive opening for the Renegades. With them both having identical records, this is probably a must-win for both teams.
Oh, definitely is. So Zeke Henderson at the line to make it a three-point play. It goes in and out. I tell you what, the logo of the basketball was past the rim. And then it popped out. And, yeah, you said it. Moore Park is looking to get off the deck. They have lost their last 3 games in a row after starting 4-0 on the season. So you know they're pretty talented. And then the Renegades are all trying to get some get back as they lost big against College of the Sequoias 80-50. As Finney goes baseline, is able to lay it up and in for Moore Park. 10-7 Renegades are still up. We're early, 14:39 remaining in this first half. Garnett picks up his dribble, gets it to Henderson. Henderson flushes it. Great assist right there for Garnett. Was able to occupy 2 Raiders, and Henderson was able to leak into the paint and get an easy bucket. Now you've got a ball inside to number 24. He puts it in. Aeneas Grulun from Viewpoint High. Chavez does not pick up that pivot foot. Close to a travel. Gets it over to Henderson. Henderson works inside, gets it into Garnett. Garnett works, puts it up. No good. Rebound to Moore Park, and they're moving the ball fast. Gets it over to Finney. Finney at the top of the key. Works on Garnett. Spins. Puts it up, no good. Rebound, Henderson. Henderson's now going to bring it right down the middle of the court, and he gets tripped along the way. Foul's going to be on Finney. Tell you what, this pace is fast.
Yes, it is, and Henderson is not having any problem moving. He jumps effortlessly.
No, and again, he's one of the fantastic Henderson family here in Bakersfield. If you remember, we had Big Deuce Lendl Henderson last year playing for the Renegades. He was one of the sophomores that left. Now we've got another new Renegade in the game. That's number 4, Tyron Tyler out of Ridgeview High. Garnett from the free throw line, no good. Rebound to Moore Park. Moore Park's going to push it. They're going to get it ahead from the elbow, no good. Garnett went up. And he's lucky he didn't tip that. That would have been goaltending. Nonetheless, Renegades over to get it into Garnett. Garnett lays it up and in. He was able to camp out on the baseline. And the head coach for Moore Park put his hands on his head as they go down 5, 13 remaining in this first half. And again, that was a good interview by Jamie Niedenbauer after the first game at Tehachapi. She said that mac and cheese was going to be her favorite dish, the dish that she's going to be looking forward to the most from her sister. And I can tell you, my son is on mac and cheese duty.
Is that right?
He made some tonight for his sister's Friendsgiving because his sister's, you know, the last year she did Friendsgiving with her friends. They all raved about it. Because this is going to be his 3rd year in a row. He's doing it for the family. Wow. He's 15.
Wow.
He first did it when he was 13 years old.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that story.
And now
That's amazing.
And guess what cookbook he got it out of?
No, I can't.
Snoop Dogg's cookbook.
Oh, geez.
From crook to cook. It says it right on the cover. So we're going to show a quick replay. We're going to get to that dunk by Henderson. Because again, there was essentially a outlet from Garnett, pulls 2 defenders. Henderson had that open lane and flushes it in. Fantastic two-man game right there. Garnett to Henderson as we get Moore Park with the ball out of the timeout. 14-9. Renegades still up. Finney passes over to number 24, Aeneas Grulon. Grulon went high up on the glass to be able to get that. 14-11. Good timeout right there for Moore Park to be able to get a score right out of the timeout. Now ball is going to be taken away. Would have been a breakaway for number 5, Tidion Sai at a Calabasas High down in Kardashian area. Meanwhile, Garnett above the three-point line, gets it over to Henderson. Henderson back over to Garnett. Garnett thought about it, gets it into Markel Brooks, who lays it up and in. I'll tell you what, the freshman from Frontier has got good court vision, even though he's got the bangs in his eyes.
Right, yes he does.
Grulon passes it back out to Sai. Sai over to Grulon. Grulon working on Brooks. Pulls up. Oh, it thought maybe he walked on that. Assistant coach Stephon Carter thought so. Either way, Renegades come away with the ball. Garnett gives it over to Brooks. Brooks from the top of the key. No good. Rebound is going to be in the direction of Moore Park. It was off the hands of Tyron Tyler. Again, big difference in this game is that the Renegades don't necessarily have the same type of advantage that the ladies had. They got a full bench down over there for Moore Park.
Exactly.
Sai dribbling against Henderson. Works around the key. Was not able to even draw iron on that. Air ball for Moore Park. Tyler gets the ball over to Brooks. Brooks back over to Tyler. Shakes. Gets inside the paint. Puts it up. No good. Rebound to Moore Park. Sai has it. Gets it over to Finney. Finney's going to go right into the key. Kicks it out to number 10, Zach Bauman, who had his three-point attempt blocked right there by Henderson. Now Brooks looking inside to get it into Henderson. Thinks otherwise, gets it over to Tyler. Tyler gets a screen from Garnett. Three-point attempt, no good. Rebound, Moore Park. Bringing it down is Dominique Brutus. Gotta love that name right there. Grulon shot blocked by Henderson. Second block in as many possessions for Henderson, and the outlet pass to Henderson goes right off his foot. Damari Davis checking into the game. Redshirt freshman out of Liberty High. He's going to get a little bit of a rest for Henderson. Moore Park has it. Grulon with the first name Aeneas. Haven't seen an Aeneas since Aeneas Williams. Hall of Fame DB, formerly for the Cardinals and the St. Louis Rams. The ball goes out of bounds.
You know, and as you said it, I mean, that is a great name. It's a great name.
It's a great name. Had a buddy of mine growing up. He was a Rams fan, and he used to always call him Arneas Williams. I don't know why. Brooks works inside the paint, gets a shot off the backboard and in. 18-11 Renegades as we are approaching the halfway point of the first half. 10 minutes to go. Ball stays out on the perimeter. Three-point attempt, no good. Rebound to Miller. Miller, Euro step, passes it backwards. Probably not a good decision. Now it's going to go down Moore Park's way, and he got a foul on number 22, Damari Davis, who just checked in the game. And I tell you, you want to tell James Miller next time down there, you've got a shot like that where you're 5 feet away.
Right.
Take it.
Take it.
Don't give it up. Especially don't throw it backwards as you're going up. So you got Grulon out to attempt first free throw, and it's good. So we got Godwill Famuso checking back into the game for Markel Brooks. Checking into the game, Clyde Seo for Moore Park at a West Ranch High in Stevenson Ranch, right in the shadows of Magic Mountain. Garnett with the ball. Gets it over to Davis. Davis at the top of the key to Famosu. Now to Miller. Miller gets the guy to jump, gets it over to Garnett. Garnett works inside the lane, and good. Good job by the 6'7" freshman right there to use his length.
That was a beautiful finger roll.
Absolutely. That's shades of the Iceman. Except for the Iceman would have shot it from about 8 feet further on the layup. As we got ball off the leg of one of the Moore Park Raiders, and it goes in the direction of the Renegades, up 20-13.
You know, we often bring up, once in a while, we bring up an old NBA player. It's just hard to compare that old NBA to this new one, and it's hard.
And the Iceman started out in the ABA. I mean, that's before my time.
And they had to play hard.
Yeah, they
played
did.
Harder.
Garnett working one-on-one. He gets a foul as he approaches the baseline. It's going to go on number 12, Dominique Brutus. First of all, you got to love the last name Brutus.
Okay.
But the first name, Dominique, I mean, you think of the human highlight reel, Dominique Wilkins.
Yes.
Again, another blast from the past. Ball gets into Garnett. Garnett hands it back over to Lewis. Lewis to Davis. Davis now gets it over to Famosu. Famosu working left-handed, gets it back to Davis. Corner three attempt, good! Knocks it down, makes the score 23-13. First 10-point lead of the game for the Renegades, and they are cooking right now. 8.5 minutes to play in the first half. Now you got Seo. Seo working against Garnett, kicks it outside. 3-point attempt, no good. Rebound to Moore Park. And a great defensive play right there for Famosu. And now you got transition offense. Little 15-point shot. No good, but a cleanup rebound put back by Famosu. He did everything on that possession right there.
On that possession, on both ends of the floor.
Goes to show you get a block, you got to still run the court 94 feet. You got a chance to clean up another rebound, put it back, and that's what Famosu did. 25-13, Renegades have it, but now we've got a foul, and again, it's a freshman mistake right there to be fouling a three-point shooter.
There wasn't even a need to commit that foul, but again, like you said, freshman mistake.
Yep. Garnett has already, I think, got a little equity with Coach Greg down there. So, and again, Coach Greg got rid of that hoodie about 2 minutes into the game,
yes,
and it's down on the ground.
He literally shed it. It's like off.
But what you don't see is Coach Carter with his Coogee sweater like he had last year.
Right.
Maybe he's saving that one for Thanksgiving.
It's a different era, different mindset. The first year in this brand new facility.
Right, he had to leave the Coogee sweater over at Gil Bishop. All right.
Woody, I tell you what, we really got to give it to this coaching staff that McCall has assembled. They are engaged with these young men.
Absolutely. So Noah Cotton gets all 3 free throws, and for his effort, gets checked out of the game. 25-16. Renegades still up by 9. Just about 7.5 to go. Garnett gets it over to Lewis. Lewis, nice dribble. Gets it now over to Davis. Davis is going to work inside to try to get a shot, but he didn't know where he was really going. Errant pass right there from Moore Park, and they were able to get saved. Bittron working out there against Brooks. Bittron gets it back. High at the top of the key is good. So a little 5-0 run right now for Moore Park, and Moore Park is playing a full court press right now. Davis is looking to get out of it. Garnett now gets it ahead. Pass goes over to Lewis. Lewis able to save it. Now you've got Tyler. Tyler, great crossover, gets it inside, high off the glass. Shot no good. Rebound to Moore Park. Famoso looked like he jumped a little too early, didn't anticipate that shot to come off the rim. Co gets it inside.
Good defense.
Really good defense for the Renegades, but a wide open three-point attempt is good. Knocked down by number 3, Eric Kubel. And don't look now, but this is an 8-0 run for Moore Park. They were down 12 and now only down 4, 25-21 with 6:15 remaining. Davis swings it over to Lewis. Lewis looking for a screen, doesn't get it, ends up going inside anyway, feeds it to Famoso, but it goes off his hands, and Moore Park has it. Renegades have been empty on their last 5 offensive possessions. Meanwhile, Moore Park has scored on their last 4.
Substitution for Moore Park, number 22, Robin Finney.
Aiden Bittron out of Shalhevet High School in L.A. He puts up a three-point attempt, no good. Rebound to Davis. Davis is going to get it up court quickly, goes off his foot, but he's able to save it. Now to Famoso. Famoso over to Chavez, who checked into the game, and he puts up a shot, and it's good. Three-pointer for Gustavo Chavez. 28-21 Renegades with the lead. There's their first bucket in the last 5 possessions down there. Famoso gets the rebound off the Bittron three-point attempt. Now they get the ball ahead to Brooks. Goes through his hands. Moore Park has it now. Transition offense. Bittron's three-point attempt is good. 28-24, and Coach McCall does not like what he sees right now, and he wants to talk about it. We're going to take a quick timeout here, as this is a full one for Coach McCall and the Renegades.
Full timeout. Big
The following is a presentation of Bakersfield College Athletics.
That's me.
Yeah. Well, you know, I'm glad that the fans are going to be able to come to these games free of charge for the season. Plenty of opportunity to give our Renegades support.
Absolutely. So the Renegades against LA Mission College, and that's going to be an over the back right there by Victoria Eufrasio. Eufrasio will get her first foul.
And I don't know if we have the soccer team or the softball team for Bakersfield College, but they're going to be cheering all night, looks like.
Yeah, we get a lot of extra teams that show up and support their fellow student athletes.
All right, Renegade fans, out of the timeout. Renegades are going to inbound it from the other side of the court. Got Zeke Henderson in the game. Full court press again by Moore Park. They break the press. Zeke is going to dribble it off of his thigh right there. And, you know, that drives coaches nuts. You take a timeout, you set something up. 5 seconds after that timeout, they turn the ball over. Now Bittron working against Henderson. Blows right by Henderson, gets a shot up, no good, but a cleanup and a putback for number 12, Dominique Brutus. Came out of South Broward High School in Florida by way of Merced College on a transfer, and another turnover for the Renegades offense. Moore Park has a chance to tie it or take the lead right here.
And that's what the press is designed to do, is designed not to steal the ball, but to make you turn it over.
Right, put pressure on. Bittron from 3, no good. Would have taken the lead for Moore Park. Rebound to the Renegades. Now they back up off the press. Chavez to Henderson. Looking to set something up, gets it to Garnett. Garnett gets the ball poked away momentarily and gets the ball poked away again but it's going to stay in the possession of the Renegades with 3:59 remaining in the first half. 12 seconds on the shot clock. And now we've got number 13, James Miller, checking back in for Famoso. And now we've got yet another turnover. And I tell you what, the turnover bug is biting the Renegades left and right, kind of like the those mosquitoes that hang out in my Bermuda grass out in the backyard, and they just bite my ankles.
And, and for the Renegades, that's the difference in this game.
It is. Baseline drive. Moore Park kicks out. 3-point attempt. No good. Rebound to Henderson, but a loose ball foul goes against Brutus. Not a smart foul right there. Henderson was already going up, going to secure that rebound, and that's what the head coach for Moore Park saying right now, that you don't need to commit that foul. Miller's in trouble. Able to get it over to Chavez. Now it looks like we've got a 10-second violation. They were not able to get it past half court. And again, that press is doing exactly what it's intending to do.
Just cause you to turn the ball over.
That's right.
And no matter where you are on the floor, even if it's on your side of the court, as soon as you turn it over.
3.5 to play in the first half. Bitrin working against Chavez. Now they get to the top of the key to Kubel. Kubel's pass was broken up momentarily. Recovered by Finney. Finney working against Henderson. 3 seconds to go on the shot clock. Shot goes up. Blocked, and the shot clock violation as Markel Brooks goes up and shoots that, swats that away. So the Renegades with 3:11 haven't scored in a little while. Press continues to stay on the Renegades. Now they break it, get it up to Brooks. Brooks kicks it out to Chavez. Chavez 3-point attempt. No good, just a little bit long. Rebound to the Raiders. Kubel looking to drive. It looks like he traveled on that, but it's again one of those Euro steps, as they call it, or a gather step. Bitrin off the leg of Davis. Excuse me, off of Miller's leg. So Bitrin with 7 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Working against Henderson from the top of the key. Shot rattles but does not go in. Brooks gets it ahead. Already past half court. Right down the middle. Brooks goes up, draws the foul. Good athletic play right there by Markel Brooks. And again, if you're not going to get good shots off, might as well try to take it to the hole, draw a foul, get to the line.
Moore Park foul, number 30, Clyde Sa.
Clyde Seo on the foul.
Shooting 2, number 5,
Markel Brooks knocks in the first free throw. Brooks now with 9 points, looking to make it 10 to lead all scorers. Brutus out there with 2 fouls. Finney was called on the last foul. Now you got Kubel. Now you've got the Renegades pressing. Moore Park is going to have trouble getting it up past the half-court line. They get it to Bitrin, but we got a foul. James Miller had the opportunity to corner Bitrin, force him back in, but instead he commits the foul. So it's going to be Miller's second foul. Finney inbounds it to Bitrin. New shot clock. Finney working against Chavez. 2 minutes left in the first half. Get it to Bitrin. Bitrin with an open shot, and it's good from downtown. Bitrin has been eyeing that shot for a little while, and the Renegades break the press, get it to Brooks. Brooks swings it over to Miller. Miller back inside to Henderson, who gets it into Brooks, but the ball's going to be out of bounds on Moore Park. Good heads-up play right there for Brooks. Knew he had nowhere to be able to pass it and just tossed it off of Finney.
You know, and I want to make one point about Bittram. He's taking that shot, and just like you said, he's looking for it. He's shooting it from the same place.
Yes, he is. Trying to get to that shot. He knows where it's at, and now we've got a 5-second violation. Not only have we had a 5-second violation, but we've had a 10-second violation earlier. If you had that on your Thanksgiving bingo card, step right up. We got a piece of pumpkin pie for you.
Nobody does that, Ron.
Okay. Well, I thought maybe they did. Bittram now is able to come up with a loose ball. Tell you what, Bittram out there reminds me a lot of Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, if you remember, from the Nuggets, formerly of the Cal Bears. As we now got it, ball goes out of bounds. Kubel was not able to get out of that trap in the corner. Formerly Chris Jackson, Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, before he converted. But he has that same type of energy.
Good player.
Out there. Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic player. Just played for the Nuggets, that's all. The Nuggets weren't that good back then.
And there's that press creating a turnover.
And Kubel from left corner, no good. Rebound to Garnett, who gets it over to Lewis. Lewis is going to try to get it up court pretty quick. Gets it over to Henderson. Henderson up and under and good. 32-29 Renegades. 45 seconds remaining in the first half. Bittram is also getting pressed back there. Finney gets it over to Bittram. They break the press. They're looking to get it inside. They swing it out. Shot, 3-point shot attempt, no good. Rebound, Renegades. Gustavo Chavez has it. They can try to work for a last shot, but he's not going to. Chavez is going to kick it out to Brooks. Brooks, corner three, good! 35-29, Renegades. Moorpark gets it inside, and a foul. Good foul right there by Brooks. That was going to be an automatic layup for Brutus, but I'll tell you what, nobody got back out of that press. So it was basically a 2-on-1 right there.
And I tell you what, Markel Brooks, as the leader, the vocal leader of this team, is out there making it look easy.
Again, reminds me of a lot of another guy who played up in Denver, Kenneth Fareed. Don't know if you remember Fareed.
I'm not that old.
Oh, no, Kenneth Fareed. No, you meaning you, maybe that was a little bit
you don't
past
even know
your time.
You don't even know what to say. Be quiet.
So after one free throw was made, 35-30, Renegades are going to have it with 6.8 to go. Miller's going to be inbounding it. He's got Chavez, Henderson, Brooks, and Garnett in the game. They get it inside to Henderson. Henderson puts it up and in. Clock continues to run. 2 seconds, 1 second at the buzzer. No good. High off the backboard, and the Renegades are going to have a 37-30 lead. Coach McCall is going to leave his hoodie. He's going to leave his team. He's going to try to get back to that grease board in the locker room and dial something up.
Because he has something to say.
He does have something to say.
He has something to say. He is not happy.
He wants about at least a 10-second head start on the rest of his team. And we're going to take a timeout here. We'll come back with second half action of men's Renegade basketball right here on the Bakersfield College Athletics YouTube channel. All right, and welcome back to second half action of Bakersfield College Renegades men's basketball right here on the Bakersfield College Athletics YouTube channel. Rob Chavez alongside director, producer extraordinaire, Julian Wilson. We just had, first time I've ever had a Domino's sandwich, thanks to athletic director Ayanna Tweedy for taking care of the game crew here. Renegades with a 37-30 halftime lead. And I tell you what, you got number 20, Amarion Armstrong, checks into the game for the first time, shoots it cold, and then they get a nice no-look pass, rebound to Henderson, and a no-look pass to Brooks. And now it looks like Renegades defense fell asleep a little bit, and they got bailed out as that layup goes in and out. So the rebound going in the direction of the Renegades. Henderson at the top of the key, swings it over to Miller. Miller's three-point attempt, no good. Long rebound. Famoso's going to have an opportunity to get it. He gets it. Henderson now drives, gets it inside, kicks it right back out to Miller. Miller now slows it down. Got 12 seconds on the shot clock. Armstrong gets it inside. They're able to continue it. Shot clock stays the same. Rebound now to Henderson. Going to have a new shot clock. Get out to Miller. Miller to Famoso. Famoso's dangerous pass, and it is going to be out of bounds. So before Finney could throw it off of Miller, he stepped out of bounds. And, I'll tell you what, Marion Armstrong is out there wearing number 20. Right. The last time you seen an Armstrong that wore number 20.
When was the last time?
Oh, B.J. Armstrong. When he went to Charlotte, after he was a Bull.
A couple weeks ago, yeah.
Yeah, just a couple weeks ago, maybe 20 years ago. I don't know. Who's counting?
A couple of 10 years ago.
3 seconds left on the shot clock. Going to have to put it up, and he doesn't. I don't know. They're saying you got to look at the clock. Coach McCall is telling him exactly when you've got control of the ball, when you're a point guard, your eyes have to peek up at that shot clock to be able to make a decision.
And you have to love his coaching style because not only is he speaking it, he's using his hands, he's pointing at his eyes.
Demonstrating it, absolutely. Yes. Oh, and then foul going to be on Markel Brooks. Runs right into number 5, Tidion Sai.
Bakersfield College foul, number 5, Markel Brooks. Second personal foul, first team foul.
So first team foul for the Renegades to start this second half. Brooks picking up his second personal foul. He's got 15 points, leading the way for all scorers so far today. Now Sai gets it over to Bittron. Bittron puts Armstrong in the popcorn machine, drives inside, draws the foul, and he's going to go to the line for 2. We were just talking about it during the half. Bittron out there as a Orthodox Jewish player out there playing with the yarmulke on the back. Not too big of a Jewish population here in Bakersfield, but down in L.A., very, very big Jewish population, and it being Saturday, the Sabbath for all Orthodox Jews, he is wearing the yarmulke during the game today. So a little bit of a cultural lesson for everybody that's tuning into the game. So Gustavo Chavez and Garnett checking into the game for Famoso and Armstrong. Yeah. Doesn't feel like a Tuesday, does it? Sorry, Saturday. Why did I even say Saturday? It feels like a Saturday, though. College basketball is played on a Saturday. Anyhow. Julian's trying to make sure that he knows I know what day it is. Again, I'm a teacher. We've got the week off. You know what today? Today is just another day that ends in Y. Rebound off that shot attempt. And looked like Finney was on the baseline, stepped out of bounds when he grabbed that rebound. So now we got Miller, gets it up to Garnett, breaks the trap. Now gets it inside to Henderson. Henderson's going to go up and goes up strong. 2 hands right there. If he goes up with that one hand, probably gets it swatted away. But he goes up strong with 2 hands. As now they get the ball over to Size. Size shot is blocked by Brooks. Brooks has his 3rd block of the day. Gustavo Chavez pushes it up to Brooks. Brooks is going to go inside, and there's going to be a foul on Finney. Finney was right outside of the restricted area.
Yeah, and and going back to Henderson on that last shot, he plays up and down this floor with a tremendous amount of control.
It's great when you get players that can really run the court because, if any of you out there listening, watching, have run suicides on a basketball court, I mean, this is 96 feet.
Right.
Some of these guys float out there on 96 feet, and it looks effortless.
This is one of those times where you say, don't try this at home.
Absolutely. If you value your hamstrings. 43-32, Renegades with an 11-point lead. 17 and a half minutes to play in the game. Bittron gets it in the corner. 3-point attempt, no good. Rebound to Henderson. And there goes Henderson once again. And again, he's got a lot of just bounce in that hop. Gets it inside to Brooks. Brooks with a fadeaway. No good, but he's going to get a rebound off the tip. Gets it back inside. He runs into some defenders. Doesn't get a foul call like I think he was wanting to. And the ball goes out of bounds. Raiders will have it. Raiders out there, like I said, with those Carolina Blues, almost like the Blue Raiders of Middle Tennessee.
Yeah.
The only other Blue Raiders in college that I know of is Bittron. Dribbles it ahead, comes right back out. And another block by Brooks. Number 4 of the game for Brooks to go along with the 17 points. He is out there playing like a man possessed.
He blocked that shot almost as if he was saying, did you not see the last one?
Right. And again, doesn't get his hand on it, but the shot was no good. Rebound is also tipped and goes out of bounds in possession of Moore Park.
Yeah, we don't keep stats necessarily on altered shots, but that was one of the altered shots.
Absolutely.
His hand in his face.
So Moore Park gets it in. On the baseline, you got Subel. Gets wrapped up, jump ball. Possession arrow was pointed in Moore Park's way.
By the way, while we have this second, I have to let you know I got a phone call.
Did you?
Yes, Keith Ford.
Oh, was he listening?
He was listening.
Shout out to Keith.
Shout out to Keith Ford.
Appreciate you, Keith. One of the guys that decided it was a good idea to bring this high school teacher that nobody really knew about to give it a shot and do play-by-play for football here. And 4 years later, here I am still. Julian still likes to have me around even though I like Mayo. Bittron's shot is up, and it is not rebounded. So team rebound goes in the direction of the Renegades. Good defense right there overall for Bakersfield as they're still up 11. Chavez breaks the press. Now they get over to Henderson. Henderson's going to take off, puts it up with his left hand and in.
And did you see the control?
Absolutely. Bittron goes up. Doesn't know what he was looking for right there, but he gets the rebound. And now Garnett is able to snatch that board as well, too. They get it up to Henderson. Henderson pump fakes, goes up, in. 15-point lead for the Renegades. And Moore Park calls a timeout. Very smart timeout there for Moore Park as the Renegades have really opened up a big lead here with less than 16 minutes to play in the game.
Yeah, they've come out and they've run away. Just like I said at the half, McCall had some choice words for him. You could tell. He left the floor right away.
Yeah, Markel Brooks with 7 rebounds, 17 points, 4 blocks. And again, just a man out there playing amongst boys, in a sense. And when you get a guy like Zeke Henderson out there as well, too, going up strong to the basket, these are the guys that Coach McCall, I know, are leaning on, trying to get the offense to work around. But also, got to let them know, hey, play with some energy like these guys.
Well, the good thing about it is both of those men know their role. They know their role on this team, and they are fulfilling it. They are definitely doing their jobs out there.
So out of the timeout, we're going to have Miller, Chavez, Henderson, Garnett, and Brooks for the Renegades. Kubel, Finney, Bittren, Steele, and Grulon out for the Raiders. And actually out of the game comes Kubel. Into the game, Jake Field out of Milliken High and Santa Monica down in L.A. So it looks like the officials are trying to work together to make sure everybody's on the same page. Raiders get it in. Field, right off the bench, is able to get under the basket and get an easy lay-in. 47-34. Renegades again break the press, but running the court was Marcus Steele, and he was able to break up a lazy pass by Henderson to Brooks. Probably the only lazy thing you've seen so far of the day from Henderson.
And it wasn't so much that it was lazy. He was kind of trying to lob it a little bit so he could grab it, but he really needed to throw that pass in.
Gustavo Chavez, three-point attempt, no good, and they get the rebound. They get it out to Miller. Miller cleans up his own rebound and lays it up and in. Didn't necessarily follow his own shot, just ended up getting it. Is now shot again altered by Brooks. And the rebound putback was good for Steele. 49-36, Renegades still with a 13-point lead. Brooks, corner three, no good. Rebound, Henderson out to Garnett. Chavez, three-point attempt, no good. Tried to put back Brooks. Brooks goes up. Jump ball. Possession arrow still pointing in the direction of the Renegades. So Tyron Tyler's coming in for Gustavo Chavez. Checking out of the game is Marcus Steele. Marcus Steele been playing good high-energy basketball for the Raiders, but he gets checked out of the game. Checking in with number 21, Jacob Jordan out of Oak Park High. Now shot by Tyler. No good from three. Good box out right there for Finney. Did not give Henderson the opportunity at the rebound. And Bittram from downtown knocks it in, makes this a 10-point ball game.
And he shot it from the same spot.
Yep, he's looking for that. Again, more press defense by the Raiders. Renegades get out of it. Miller loses control of the basketball, finally gets control of it, gets it over to Garnett, who gets it to Brooks. Brooks at the top of the key, working on Field, takes an extra step, hands it off to Henderson. Henderson now posting up, goes baseline spin move, a la James Worthy, but then goes up and under and puts it in. Three-point, could be a three-point play right here for Zeke Henderson. Looked a lot like Big Game James back in the day, just minus the goggles.
And if you watched him as that play developed, that was his plan. He got everybody frozen.
ISO'd.
Yep, just long enough to where he could make that move.
Man, what a play right there.
What a play.
Henderson and Brooks are just playing some lights-out basketball. Henderson now with 18 points leading all scorers, has a chance to make it 19 points for himself, and he does. 52-39. Renegades open up another 13-point lead. They've had it as high as a 15-point lead. Now Finney gets it out of the press, looking to get a screen from Bittran. Now gets it inside the paint, puts up the shot, gets the foul, doesn't go, but he's going to go to the line for two.
And I want to get a quick look at that last shot by Henderson. And wow.
Yeah, like you said, he's waving off some guys. Finally goes up and under, puts it in, gets the foul, and then ends up completing the three-point play. As you got Finney's first free throw from the left-hander is good. 12-point lead for the Renegades, just under 14 minutes of play. Also going to give a shout-out to East High Hall of Famer Henri Blanc sitting across from me. Down there with his son, Lauren. They're watching the game here. Good to see. I worked with Mr. Blanc for a while. He was in the mobility program at East High as one of the teachers there. Basically started the mobility program as to get a three-point attempt. No good. Rebound to Famosu. Gets it back over to Miller. Miller pulls up, and he takes a nice mid-range shot. A little bit more high percentage right there, and a good decision for Miller as they get another 13-point lead. Ball stays out of bounds in possession of Moore Park. But, yeah, a couple of years ago, Mr. Blanc was inducted into the Hall of Fame for his work and getting the severely handicapped students of the Kern High School District a place to continue to go to high school at East High. And they were once working out of double-wide trailers. Wow. When they first got started with ramps and everything. It looked like a makeshift, kind of like a hospital clinic inside of there where they could able to do all kinds of medical services for these very, very, very sensitive students. And he started that out, and he was essentially, he was like a nurse, a teacher, a massage therapist for these kids. He was a godsend for him, and he retired a few years back from East High and was inducted into the Hall of Fame. So it was good to see my former colleague as you get hoop and a harm right there for Moore Park. Finney gets the foul.
And that was a great shot.
It was a fantastic shot. So Finney's going to go to the line, looking to make this a 10-point game, 54-43. Renegades have it. Still a lot of time left in this ball game. And he completes the three-point play. Meanwhile, the Renegades get into their half-court offense. Davis dribbling against Bittron. Gets it over from Famosu. Famosu swings it out over to Miller. Miller with a fake pass. Keeps it. Hands it over to Famosu from three. No good. Rebound Henderson. Gets a new shot clock. Gets it over to Miller. Miller puts up a three. Goes in and out. And another tipped rebound goes to Henderson. And now another pass broken up. Trying to get it inside to Famosu. But now we get a steal. Famosu goes up. Lays it in. Finney did not want to give up a three-point play right there. And now we get another pass broken up. It's going to stay with Moore Park. Eric Kubel is going to be checking into the game for Mark Field. We're also going to get number 25, Zach Garnett, checking into the game for Henderson. Going to get Henderson a little bit of a rest. Chavez coming into the game now for Miller. Joseph Zloka only in the game for maybe about a minute, and he gets checked out of the game for Kubel. So now got some fresh legs out there. Bittron pulls up, straightaway three. Too long. Rebound goes out of bounds. And the Renegades will have it with 12:08 left on the clock. 12:08, that's what I used to have to text people on pagers for Rob, because it looked like Rob, 1208.
What's a pager?
Yeah, exactly. It's dating us, isn't it? Meanwhile, got a good outlet pass up the court for the Raiders, and they put it in. There's number 3, Eric Kubel, running the court pretty well. 56-46. Renegades have had about a double-digit lead for the better part of this half. Had it up to 15. Raiders now got it down to 10, and they get a pass broken up. Another turnover for the Renegades, and now Bittron tries to get the pass into Finney, but Famosu filled the lane right there, broke it up. Raiders will have it.
And the Renegades are going to have to be careful because there is a lot of time left in this game with 11:27.
Tons of time. Renegades definitely dominating when it comes to defense. 7 blocks, 4 of them from Markel Brooks. Moore Park only with 1 block. But Marpark's been able to get 7 steals to the Renegades 4. As Markel Brooks checks into the game, gets Famoso out of there. Famuso. Sorry.
It's okay. You fixed it.
We did. Little glitch. The Raiders dribble drive, kicks it right back out to Finney. Finney working on Garnett. Waves off the screen. Still working on Garnett. Now puts it in his right hand. Switch defense. Davis now has him. And with the left hand puts it up. Heartbreak right there. But the rebound goes to Steele, who kicks it out to Kubel. And Kubel's straightaway 3 is good. Now we got a 7-point game. The Raiders have cut this deficit from as high as 15 now down to 7. Top of the key. Chavez swings it around. Gets it to Brooks. Brooks working against Jordan. Brooks gets caught up. Finally able to get out of it. Now we've got a foul, though. So they're going to catch Finney reaching in.
Well, the Renegades don't need to panic here. They just need to stay with their game just as they came out.
And now we've got a wide open 3 attempt from Davis. Had no spin on that. Kind of a knuckleball. Garnett picks up the rebound, puts it up. Nice teardrop layup from about 5 feet out. Renegades now with a 9-point lead, 58-49. About 10-15 remaining. Finney drives, gets the hoop, or gets the foul, but does not get the hoop. He's going to go to the line for 2. They get the foul called on number 22, Damari Davis.
You know, his name is Finney. He plays with finesse. All his shots, it has this extra. Maybe his last name is Finesse. I mean, gosh.
Oh, but he didn't have finesse on that free throw. Went off the back of the rim. Seo coming in, checking in for Steele. Henderson checking into the game alongside of Armstrong. Coming out of the game is Tyler and Davis as the second free throw is good. 58-50. Renegades with an 8-point lead. We're just approaching the halfway point of the second half, and a wild pass and steps out of bounds. And I tell you what, fortunate for Armstrong that he actually did step out of bounds, because that was going to be a breakaway dunk right there for Finney. That's what happens when you don't make eye contact on outlet passes. Gustavo Chavez threw it away. Now you got Bittron filling the lane, kicks it out. Thought it was a travel right there. They didn't call it. Bittron from baseline gets it. 58-52. Now a 6-point lead. Potentially a 2-possession game here for the Raiders. If Renegades do not score here. Chavez, wide open 3. Good! Gustavo Chavez from downtown makes this a 9-point game. 9.5 minutes to go. Finney works on Chavez. They kick it out. Swing it over to Seo. Seo now to Jordan. And his 3-point attempt is good. Jacob Jordan, corner 3, takes the lead back down to 6. Now Chavez from way downtown. Bang! Chavez was basically right in front of the R in Bakersfield, up along the baseline down there. And now Bittron pulls up for 3. In and out. Rebound, Garnett. Chavez is going to have it. Chavez now pulls up from 3. And good! Heat check for Gustavo Chavez. 67-55, 12-point lead for the Renegades. Bittron passes it off. Jordan from downtown. No good. Rebound to Armstrong. Armstrong looks up, gets the ball out. Now gets it over to Gustavo Chavez, who scored the last 6 points. He's going to drive it in. He's going to pass it out to Garnett. Garnett, quick 3. Good! 3 straight 3-point shots for the Renegades in 3 consecutive possessions, and they have worked this lead back up to 15. It was down to 6, and the Renegades have it 70 70-55 over the Moore Park Raiders. 8:17 remaining. That's probably some of the best shooting we've seen from the Renegades in a long time.
That's the best shooting that I've seen ever. And the thing about that shooting, they were shooting it without conscience. They weren't worried. They didn't hesitate. No fear. And that's good to see.
Trust what you've been working on in practice.
Yes.
Trust in that rotation of the basketball, and it's going to find a way. And if not, the good thing that I've seen, except for that Chavez pull-up three, they had a rebounder underneath.
Yes.
So good help defense, good positioning. If the Renegades just start milking this clock, they're going to improve to 5-3.
And I'm going to look at this last Chavez shot to see exactly where he shot that ball from. We're going to look at that.
Yeah, you see it. Pulls up from about 32 feet out and drains it.
Wow.
I'll tell you what, he shot that right in front of my buddy Henri Blanc, who's sitting over there. Looks like he's got a silky terrier in his lap, if you can see him.
Yeah, I see him.
Yeah, there. The terrier didn't like me when I went over and said hello to him. Protecting Dad. So full court press for the Renegades. Kubel is going to be in trouble. Gets it over to Bittram. Now gets it back over to Kubel. Kubel passes it over to Seo. Seo gets underneath, and he gets Brooks to jump before he's able to get up a shot. Fantastic right there by Seo, because every time somebody's tried to do that in front of Brooks, Brooks has swatted it away.
Well, Seo created some space before he actually went up with that shot.
So now I get it over to Garnett. Garnett over to Henderson, and just a little wide of a pass right there. So Seo still in the game. Gets it over to Jordan. Jordan gets the ball poked away. Henderson's going to go up, and he's going to flush it in. Great job. Gets the steal and the dunk. The Renegades are still pressing, but now they get a foul. Coach McCall is going to tell him, hey, look, go down there. Tell your bench to have a seat. But what a fantastic play right there. You had a trap over in the corner. Henderson was one of them, and he was able to pick it up, get it inside the lane, and he had no hesitation, went up and dunked it in. Now Seo with the ball working on Garnett. Seo kicks it out, but before he's able to get the shot off, he was standing on the out-of-bounds line. That was number 5, Tidian Saib. So the Renegades still with a 15-point lead. Chavez wide open underneath to Henderson. Henderson puts it up and in. Zeke Henderson is showing everybody why he is the leading scorer for these Renegades. And now you get another steal for Chavez, who gets it over to Armstrong. Armstrong underneath to Henderson, but I don't think Henderson knew that he was going to pass it low. He was actually asking for an alley-oop right there in that situation. So Sai works up court on Henderson. Henderson was able to knock it away. I think Henderson got one right in the hand, stubbed his finger. Brooks goes up, gets it stripped, goes off his leg over to Armstrong. Now Henderson stops, gives it over to Chavez. Chavez gets it out to Armstrong. Armstrong, wide open corner three, no good. Rebound to the Raiders was number 10, Zach Bauman. And now Kubel gets it over to Bittron. Bittron works inside the key, gets it off to Seo, and Seo gets it past Brooks. I tell you what, Seo has, I think he's the only person that has figured out Markel Brooks is able to get the shot before Brooks is able to swat it away. So now Garnett swings it over to Armstrong. Armstrong swings it back over to, now gets it to Chavez. Chavez from downtown, his third three of the game. Shoots it from that left corner. Renegades have their largest lead of the game, 18, 77-59. Another steal for the Renegades. They get it up to Henderson. Henderson up and under, hoop, and the Harm has a chance at a three-point play.
And I have to definitely respect Henderson on that one. He didn't try to go for the show.
Right.
He went for the score.
Yeah, absolutely. He could have had the dunk, but goes up and under, gets the hoop and the harm. Wow, what a play right there. Zeke Henderson now with 25 points, could make it 26. He came into the game averaging 18.4. That average is going to go up after this game for sure. There's still 5:54. They're up by 20. Henderson might be checking out of the game here at some point. And if he does get subbed out, he deserves a big round of applause from this Renegades crowd as he get the shot up. And again, 26 points now for Henderson. Continues with the full court press, and now we've got a foul. We're going to be a 1-and-1.
Bakersfield College foul, number 11, Zyke
Number 11, Zyke Henderson gets the foul. Only a second of the game. But the Renegades are in the bonus. 21-point lead. I tell you what, just maybe 3 minutes ago, Moore Park had worked it down to a 6-point lead as the free throw attempt is no good by Parsa Kamali. So the Renegades will have it. Gets it over to Famuso. Gets it out to Chavez. Has an opportunity to knock down his 4th-3, but does not get it. Garnett. It looks like he tied it up, but the ball goes out of bounds off of Garnett on the baseline before a Moore Park Raider could pick it up. So Moore Park has it. Field dribbles it up court. Good head of hair for Field out there. I tell you what. There's a lot of good hair out there on the court. Field knocks it down. He heard me make that compliment about that hair. Like, I gotta knock down a shot now.
The hair guy.
Oh man, I mean, look at Gustavo's mane out there. Looks like he could be a part of the new revolution out there with Prince. Garnett, we made mention of his hair. He had his bangs in his eyes earlier, still able to catch a nice pass underneath the basket. Chavez gets it over to Garnett. Garnett gets the ball taken away. 4:50 remaining in the game, 18-point lead. And now we've got ball goes off of Kamali's foot. Good defense right there by Garnett. I'll tell you what, Garnett made that turnover happen because he was frustrated that he got a lazy pass, got it taken away from him, so he was able to continue to come back and pick up that steal.
Exactly.
And then he checks out of the game.
He wanted the ball back right now, and that's what he did.
And Zeke Henderson comes out of the game. 26 points leading all scorers. Armstrong has it. Gets trapped, gets it over to Brooks. Brooks flips it out to Miller. Miller gets it over to Armstrong. Armstrong's got to get it up. Passes it to Famuso. Famuso was not expecting that behind-the-back pass. So 4.5 minutes to play, 18-point lead for the Renegades. They've had as much as a 22-point lead. Now the shot is up, no good. Rebound put back by Finney. A little finesse right there.
Mr. Finesse.
That's right. 16-point lead for the Renegades. Just over 4 minutes to play. Pull-up shot, no good by Miller. Rebound to Moore Park. Armstrong got right in front of Field, was able to take the ball away momentarily, but it went off of his foot and out of bounds.
You know, you mentioned the hair thing. I'm looking at all the players.
A lot of good hair out there. I'm telling you.
That's a lot of hair.
Look at that. Look at Finney. I'll tell you what. Now he's working it inside off of Armstrong and loses control. No, I mean, we haven't even mentioned all the guys that are on the bench, too, with some good hair. Yeah, absolutely. Marcus Still, Tyron Tyler for the Renegades.
What happened to the haircut?
I'll tell you what happened, and we'll talk about this here in just a little bit when we get a break. 3:45 remaining. Gustavo Chavez from downtown. No good. Rebound, Famuso. And another shot from way downtown. No good by Miller. Rebound to the Raiders. 3.5 minutes to play. Tell you, the Moore Park has cut this lead down a little bit, and now Field has a shot, and he makes it a 13-point game. Coach McCall up out of his chair as they had a 22-point lead, and we're now down to 13. Remember, at one point it was 21 point, 80 to 59. So it's an 8-0 run right now for Moore Park. But going back to the haircut conversation, I'll tell you exactly what happened. We ran into this little thing called the pandemic a few years back. Nobody can get a haircut. These kids had to grow their hair out, and they kind of liked the way it looked. Kind of like the Men's Warehouse guy used to always say, I like the way it looks.
That's it.
But the thing is, to get back, right,
Right.
got a lot of inflation, cost money for these barbers to rent out their chairs. The reason why I know this is because I went to go talk to my cousin right across. He's a barber.
Yeah.
Paul Gonzalez has a shop downtown. But he said before the pandemic, his average fade haircut was right anywhere between $12 and $18. Kind of depends.
Right.
He charges $40 per cut now.
$40.
Inflation, my man.
And so
This is what happens. So kids are like,
growing their hair.
I don't really need a haircut twice a month.
Right.
Like I used to get it, especially because mom and dad don't got the money for that. So that's my theory on why we got the long hair.
Wow. You heard it first, folks.
Oh, and a pass out of bounds by Famuso. And again, second time that the Renegades have come out of a timeout and immediately turned the ball over. So Coach McCall, even though they could walk out of this game a winner, he's going to have a lot to go over with his guys. And he's got a lot of time to do it. The Renegades will not play again until next week on Thursday. Field drives, stops his dribble at the elbow, passes it, gets it back, way downtown three, no good. Chavez is going to let it go out of bounds, team rebound. 2:56 remaining. All the Renegades have to do at this point is just play possession basketball, try to bleed this clock out, and come away with a win.
And that shouldn't be difficult.
Shouldn't be. But again, it's better, easier said than done. Famuso finally gets it up to Miller. Great ball handling. Gets it out to Armstrong for three. No good. Rebound to Moore Park. You'd like to see maybe if Armstrong has it. He doesn't necessarily pull up for three, but he holds on to the basketball. And now you got a three-point attempt for Moore Park. No good, but the rebound is going to be off of the Renegades. 2:29 remaining. Again, just the Renegades have to just try to stop the ball as much as possible as Henderson comes back in the game. He thought he was going to have the rest of the night off, but he has to check back into the game. Field with a fadeaway, no good. Rebound Henderson as he quickly checks into the game and gets back on the stat sheet. That's Henderson's 13th rebound of the game. Big double-double, 26 points, 13 rebounds. Miller behind his back, gets into the lane, lays it up and in. He was able to get around Zach Bauman. Finney dribbles it, gives it over to Bauman. Bauman thought about a three, pulls up, gets it to Steele. Steele just a little bit too hard. Field puts it back up, no good. Rebound, gets it to Kubel. Kubel drives, puts it up and in. 82-69 with a minute and 43 seconds to go. Renegades just trying to bleed out this clock as much as they can. Chavez gets wrapped up, calls a timeout before there's a jump ball opportunity. 30-second timeout for the Renegades as we see the Dean of Local Sports, Greg Kerr, coming in with the camera to the east side of the court. See some other dignitaries sitting almost directly across from me in the red hoodie. Is the man that they once called the Freight Train, Hernan Santiago, the head basketball coach at Centennial High School. He's got the Centennial basketball players up there, including his own son, Jet Santiago. Fantastic dual threat for the Centennial football team as well, too, as a quarterback. And his older son, Jackson, starring for Yale out in the
Wow.
Ivy League. How about
Wow.
that?
That's amazing.
Yeah, we had a chance to call some of his games. Centennial, Jackson Santiago.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, we did. And unfortunately, one of the games that we did, he broke his collarbone. As we've got a shot attempt by Famuso, and now a steal, and another steal, and yet another steal. Gets the ball up to Henderson. Henderson back over to Miller. Miller gets it over to Famuso. Gets it back out to Chavez. Chavez working on Finney. Another lazy pass right there. But Miller was able to bail him out. 12 seconds left on the shot clock. Henderson trying to work it. Gets it now over to Famuso. Famuso from three. No good. Under a minute to play. Field is going to try to push it up. Get a quick basket. Renegades not trying to foul anybody in the situation. Now they get it to Field. Top of the key. Three-point attempt. No good off the front of the rim. Rebound. Tipped. Gets to Chavez, who gets it over to Henderson. Henderson puts it up, and he's going to get fouled on the way. So Henderson's going to have a chance to get on the scoreboard even more. And I think some guys on the bench were giving Henderson a little bit of a hard time down there.
They want to see him do the flush.
Yeah,
and it's like,
he's trying to run the clock out.
Yep. But that goes to show how intelligent a player Henderson is. He's not, like I said, he's not there for the show.
No, he's not. As his first free throw attempt is good. He's got 27 points now. Renegades wrapping this game up. 37 seconds remaining. 14-point lead. Next time the Renegades are going to be on the court is on December 2nd right here at home. I said it was on the 4th. It's on the 2nd. After all, they're going to be playing Victor Valley, 5 o'clock next Tuesday. Raiders swing it out. Finney from three, no good. Rebound going to go out of bounds, and the Renegades are going to be able to bleed out this clock. They've got 3 straight home games. December 2nd against Victor Valley, December 4th on a Thursday against Allen Hancock, and then the following week on December 11th against Ventura. Ball poked away. Raiders are going to get one last shot at this. Unless Gustavo Chavez pokes it away and gets it up to Miller, Miller is not going to put it up. He is going to be very gentlemanlike. Coach McCall is going to head to the half-court line and congratulate the Moore Park coach on a well-coached ball game. The Renegades pick up their 5th win of the game. They go 5th win of the season. They go 5-3. Raiders fall to 4-4.
Who? Henderson.
And then they get.
He's right there.
Yeah, Moore Park is going to lose their 4th straight game. So Henderson doing a good job of being the PA guy as well, too, as he tells everybody to come on out. And we're going to grab a quick interview with the young man. As Gio's trying to go down there and get him. So I'm going to put myself in a position. I want to take a quick timeout right over here. We're going to have Henderson as our post-game interview. So give me just a second. We'll be right back. All right, we're back here at the Renegade Athletic Center. Rob Chavez alongside. Okay, we're going to have to get the exact pronunciation of Mr. Henderson's first name. What do we got?
Zykir Henderson.
Zykir Henderson. We've been calling you Z up here. We've been calling you the man this whole game. 28 points, 14 rebounds.
We appreciate
And
everyone coming out tonight,
how is it
but
that
we need
not
to
only
ask
were
all
you
the
playing
kids to
with
get
such
the
a
ball
fast
away.
pace, but you were doing it seeming like you were in control of everything? It just looked real smooth out there.
Yeah. All I can say is I played this game for a long time. And on top of that, I just want to thank Taiwan as well. I played out there for a few years. They taught me everything. And when I came back, Coach McCall, he taught me so much as well. So I just want to thank the organization out in Taiwan, and I also want to thank Coach McCall.
Okay, so we'll talk about Taiwan here in just a little bit, but what is it that Coach McCall has really instilled in you that stands out the most as far as your development in your game?
Discipline. He teaches us discipline. He teaches us how to be a dog and how to want it. He wants us to go to the next level. And it's not only he wants it for himself, or he doesn't want it for us, but he wants us to want it for ourselves. So he puts that in our mind. He puts that in our body. So that's what keeps us going.
So overall, we've seen that they got it down to a 6-point lead, a 6-point deficit, and within a blink of an eye, you guys get some good defense, get the ball to Gustavo, who's able to knock down a couple of threes and cut it back down to or make it a 15-point lead. What was the message with Coach McCall when he called that timeout as they got down to 6?
I'm not even going to sugarcoat it. I'm not going to do nothing with it. He went in the locker and he hit the locker and told us to come on. Like, he knows we're a better team than how we play sometimes. So he went in there. He gave us the message. He left us alone. We gave each other the message. He came back in, and then we just came out as dogs. Gustavo, a great shooter. I love my man Goose. At the end of the day, we all know when it's crunch time, give it to Goose to shoot the ball.
Okay, so he's Goose. We're going to have somebody as being Maverick here. So I know you guys, you probably too young for the Top Gun reference.
No,
okay, never. All right, so again, now in Taiwan, what was it about playing in Taiwan that, A, you learned from, and B, made you hungry to come back to the States?
Having love for the game. If you don't have love for the game, you're no use to the game. And in Taiwan, everybody has love for the game. I don't care how old you are. If you really love the game, you're going to play it. And it taught me how to be a man when it comes to the game. You know, it's a big difference from playing in the States and playing in Taiwan. So when I came back home, it was like everything was bigger. Everybody was way bigger than me. So I had to develop that. Okay, I went out there. I did my work. I did my dirty work out there. And now it's time to come back and come for crunch time. And it was just ball hard out here. That's really all it was.
It's a good way to bounce back off of a 30-point loss that you guys had to Sequoias. Now, you've had some checkerboard type of play over the last 6 games.
Yeah.
Win, lose, win, lose. How do we get on a streak here?
We just got to be with each other. We got to play through the system and not one-on-one basketball. The same as McCall always tells us. If we play through his system, if we play through a system, we will always be the team, and that's why we lose. We don't play through a system. We either want to play one-on-one basketball or we want to have a game in our individual hands. So it's like we just got to play through him.
Awesome. So last thing I'm going to leave you on, Thanksgiving in a couple days. Okay, what food are you looking forward to eating this coming Thursday?
I'm playing basketball.
You'll be playing basketball, so you're going to be eating basketball.
To be honest, I don't get me wrong. I love eating food. I'm not going to lie, but it's just, like you said, we've been on a checkerboard. Win, loss, and I just don't have time to be losing all the time or with my team being a burden. So it's just basketball right now. Okay,
so growing up, what was the favorite food on Thanksgiving?
Macaroni and cheese,
mac
ham,
and cheese
turkey.
again.
I can say that when I was a kid, but now it's just like, I'm in college now.
All right, give it a shout-out. Who made the mac and cheese and all that stuff?
My mom. Love you, Mom.
Yeah, there it is. So, Mom, happy Thanksgiving coming up on Thursday. Happy Thanksgiving to you.
Thank
Fantastic
you.
game.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody else.
Absolutely. It was a pleasure. Hopefully I'll see you back at lunch one of those days.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
absolutely.
For sure.
We ran into each other at lunch a few weeks back.
Sure.
It was good to see you.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on the game, and let's go streaking.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, Renegades fans. Well, we're going to leave you in a couple of minutes, but before we do, we did want to talk about this, the mascot thing. The Renegades cannot be taken by any pirate coming off of a ship, whether it's the Porterville Pirates or the Moore Park Raiders. We got the big red shield, and we've got big Excalibur waiting for you as soon as you get off the bus here in Bakersfield.
But, I mean, we talked earlier during the break. I mean, they're all bad guys.
I mean, right. But I like our bad guys,
Okay.
And so the Renegades pick up a twin killing here, got the big win for the ladies against Porterville, and then you've got an exciting game, got down to a 6-point lead after the Renegades had it to about 15, and then the Renegades ended up pulling away, getting a big win, and hopefully they can string off a couple of wins here because they're on a 4-game homestand. They get to sleep in their own beds.
That's right.
They get to practice on their own courts. They don't got to get on a bus. They get Thanksgiving coming up here pretty soon. Hopefully they get a chance to spend time, friends, family, coaches, because I know how some of these guys, they come from out of town. They'll spend Thanksgiving with some of the coaches, some of the friends that live here in town with their families. So hopefully they're able to. But I want to see this Renegades team pull off a couple of wins in a row.
But I tell you what, it looks like they're definitely headed down that road.
Yeah.
We got a good season ahead. It's good that they're having these challenges early.
Right.
Because they work it all out. And if anybody can work it out, is Coach McCall.
Yeah, Coach McCall, again, you heard it from Zakir Henderson. He said as soon as he got in the locker room, we even called it. He got about a 10-second head start on the rest of his team.
Yes, he did.
Went in there, gave a little bit of business to the locker that was in there, and then said they just needed to get with it and let the team work it out after he walked out. Again, I've been a coach in my days, and there's some times where the coach's words don't matter a whole lot other than, hey, get it together. You guys figured this out as a team. And that's what happened today, as they got together, and Henderson was one of those guys that was out there leading by example, as well as in the locker room, telling his guys, hey, let's work together. Yes. So I think that's what's going to end up happening. It was a pleasure to be out here. Yes. Again, I got the call earlier this morning to see whether or not I was going to be able to make it out here. Good filling in for Tom. You'll get Tom back probably next week. Yeah. I'm going to be flying to Hawaii, though. So I might be listening or watching a game maybe as I'm laying down in Hawaii on my bed as I'm looking out onto Diamond Head. My son, he's a trumpet player for the Highland Band, and we've been talking about it since earlier in the football season that they got selected to play in the Pearl Harbor tournament, or Pearl Harbor Parade out there. The 80th annual Pearl Harbor Parade since the end of World War II.
What an opportunity. What an opportunity for him. I am happy for you. I'm happy for the family.
Absolutely. And I know you do a lot of work with veterans, and I'll tell you, I'm a history major. I've looked at a lot of stuff. Nothing impresses me more than that World War II era. Yes. And, again, those guys in Tuskegee Airmen were a part of the greatest generation. Yes. Sadly, we don't have very many of them around. They're all in their hundreds now if they're still around, if they're still alive. And we are going to get a chance to meet a few of those guys, and I think it's going to be real fun for us. But as far as this goes, Renegades – men are back on the court next week. Ladies aren't going to be on the court until December 11th, so they got a little bit of a break. We're going to get right back to action here on Tuesday. Hopefully you're going to have Tom Myers here. If not, maybe Kenny Calvin. Who knows? But we are going to have Renegades Athletics right here on the YouTube channel, Bakersfield College Athletics. Again, if you're watching it now, click subscribe, like this broadcast, because that's how we get all the kudos to the crew here. I'm just the voice. These guys are the ones working behind the scenes, getting this production going and bringing you good Renegades Athletics action. Final score, 83-69. Renegades win. Good night. Have a happy Thanksgiving. God bless you all.
Bakersfield College Athletics thanks you for watching this broadcast. For more BC Athletics sports videos, highlights, and replays, subscribe to Bakersfield College Athletics on YouTube. And for news, live broadcasts, and schedule information across all our sports, visit GoGades.com. Bakersfield College Athletics thanks you for watching this broadcast. For more BC Athletics sports videos, highlights, and replays, subscribe to Bakersfield College Athletics on YouTube. And for news, live broadcasts, and schedule information across all our sports, visit GoGades.com.